Hello, we are here.
I'm so not ready for that.
So not ready either. I feel like it's been so long with the Olympics.
Yeah.
It's been a month since we've been in this room.
You're in the red with your volume.
I am in the red. Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's turn that down a little.
Super in the red.
Hopefully we're better now. Are we in the red? No, we're still in the red. Hang on.
I think when he tested this, he was like, 2, 1, 2. We don't talk like that.
That's very true. We don't. Okay. That should be better now. Hopefully now the audio is better. We're not even hitting yellow. So
Right.
when I talk, and I talk louder than you, so we'll go up a little more. Now I'm hitting yellow.
That's fine.
So we should be good. Should have a double thumbs up.
Everybody is here.
We had the. What did you do?
I told you I wasn't quite ready.
We had.
I wasn't quite ready. Moo fell down like with 5 seconds to go, and I was like, well,
Yep.
toss behind Aaron.
Yeah. Oh, volume is low now.
Well, it might not be actually. And
Yeah,
you can
check
always
it
adjust
out.
on your computer too. We just don't want everything to distort. So don't turn it up. They're in a 20-second delay. So you just
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. There we go. We should be good. Now, hands off. 20 seconds later. Is it better?
yeah, we should 20 seconds later.
We do also have
reevaluate.
the unfortunate circumstance of a heat wave and two air conditioners running in here.
For our own comfort,
Yeah.
we need to have some ACs running. So it's gonna be some fan type noise in the background.
Some fantastic noise. No, I don't know. That was so cheesy.
That like Tyler would say, that was cringy.
Cringy. That was definitely cringy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a cringy moment. So I was trying to work on something, but I don't know if I.
Oh, and I Love Pie Pie is here.
Oh,
Quinn, for everybody who doesn't know.
He was just up
He's
here.
downstairs, yeah. Wow, Harper Jean. What is your problem knocking everybody down now?
That wasn't on purpose. No, that wasn't on purpose at all. We now have Harper and Moo hanging out on the couch with us. And
Serious wardrobe
wardrobe
malfunction. I cannot get my shirt.
You are wearing my shirt.
I know, and it's too big, so are you okay?
Yeah, what's going on with her today?
I don't know. She's being awfully needy.
Yeah, she's tired. There's Quinn right there. Look at that. He forgot to close the door. Quinn, you can sit offset right over that way, okay?
You can sit in one of those
Over
chairs.
there. You can
Which
go over there.
you're very lucky because you're in front of the air conditioner.
Yeah, you're right. Why don't you sit in the other one so you're not right in front of the air conditioner? There you
that
go.
way Mom and Dad can feel some.
Yeah, that way we can still feel it.
Hopefully.
And we can see you. You kind of look like a little dark shadow over there.
I didn't bring that phone.
That's okay. I put on the swipe feature and we can turn that off.
You're fine.
Turn that off, I think.
It's cold.
Yeah?
It's all right.
It's getting better in here. It's hot.
all
Is it hot where you guys are? Go ahead, everybody, in the chat. Put in the temperature. where
I'm
you
pretty
are at
sure
home.
It's hot
Current-
everywhere.
Okay, high temperature of today. where you
Today's
are
high
at home.
temperature.
Yeah. Let's see how
Today
everybody's doing.
wasn't as bad as it was yesterday.
But it got bad.
Yesterday was really bad.
Radio.
Now
Okay.
Now he's
standing.
Oh, wrong button.
Oh,
There he is.
blackout.
Now he's standing right there. That was the blackout button. I hit it, and it's like, oh my gosh, something went wrong, and we could black it out. Like that's what that button does. Yeah.
Oh, look
By the
at
way,
that.
we have no idea what.
I think
it's
Oregon wins.
Oh wow,
100 degrees.
800.
98. That's pretty bad. That's
Wow.
pretty
Oh,
bad.
somebody threw me off. 12 degrees Celsius in Scotland. Yep. 85. Wow.
92.
90. Everybody's high. Oh, well, there's a
98.
58.
This is very specific. 98.7
That was good. I
with
like.
77% humidity.
Oh, yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah. So we got a lot of.
That is awful.
We got a lot of heat
Well, it's
going
a
on.
heat wave, and they're going to prove our point right now as to why we're not shipping lotion right now.
Right, which we do start shipping tomorrow.
Tomorrow, the
Not
heat
tomorrow.
wave.
Sorry, Monday.
True story. I don't know what day. I don't keep track of days anymore.
We start shipping it on Monday because the heat wave should break. We'll package everything up and start shipping it all out on Monday. So
Right.
yeah, it's hot.
Somebody says hot.
Yes. Fire.
With fire hot. Yeah, you saw that, Quinn? I actually forgot to do that part. Yeah, see, that's part of my job. To like click on buttons like this.
Yeah,
and be
fire.
like fire hot.
Fire hot.
Fire hot.
All right, so now I'm a little concerned because now I remember what I was working on. I was trying to shut down House of High camera because right now we're live broadcasting 3 cams, but I think we're okay.
I think we're okay. We've usually had problems,
And it's usually right.
and it's usually right in the beginning.
Yeah.
So
So we should be all right.
let's not say anything.
That's what I was trying to do. Like right before we went live, I was trying to kill the other camera, but it was like, too late. We're live now. Yeah.
So what are we talking about today, Quinny?
Yeah, Quinn.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah.
You didn't plan for this?
No, Quinn.
You didn't plan for any of this.
No. Did you plan it all over there? No. Other.
Oh yeah, no.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Okay.
You be careful. What are you gonna tell them?
Remember? Oh, hold on. Tell
Hold
me
on.
first.
Tell mommy first.
Tell
In
me
her ear.
first.
Yeah. Let's see what they're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Go to number 3 and see how Moo
Yes.
and Harper are doing.
Okay,
Right?
I'm ready.
So now this here, just so we all know,
Oh,
This is-
plug.
actually not the correct prototype. Because if you notice, it has the heart and it has the Simon Says Farms, but it doesn't have the ear tag with the Simon Says Farms like little tape cardboard thing. So there are actually now 2 Moos in existence. There are 2. There's one here and there's one in the store, and there's a video coming out tomorrow. Yeah, we'll talk about that more later. Quinn, go ahead.
I'm on 4.
Go on 4.
Oh, and I need 2.
You want me to go on?
And then
Where do you want me to go? 3? Camera 3? You here? You want me to go to the handheld camera?
okay. So,
What do you want to talk about? You got to look at this camera to talk. What do you want to talk about?
So we was at the skate park.
We were at the skate park. Yep.
I fell
Yes, you did fall.
a lot.
You fell a lot.
Big one.
A big one.
Yeah, you had a big fall.
And one is on my chest.
Oh,
yeah, you
yes.
got the handlebars to your
You
chest.
did get a boo-boo on your chest.
And where is it? On my knee.
Yeah, that one's healed up nicely.
Yeah. And that's it?
Yeah,
Good.
I think your sister got most of the boo-boos that day.
She has all on her leg
Yeah.
and on the other leg. Almost.
Yeah, but then you got knee pads and elbow pads and you're good now.
Yes, and
Wrist guards.
And wrist
Right.
guards.
We went back the second day and you guys did good. I'm assuming a lot of you guys saw the video. There was a very dramatic change in tempo in
Yeah.
the video. It actually didn't get a lot of views though. The video was
but
It's all
quiet.
about the views now.
I know it's not all about the views,
Then
Mom.
why is it the only thing you're
I just noticed it was quiet on that video. So
Yeah.
a lot of people might not know what we're talking about.
because this is me.
Okay, but Quinn, you're not even on camera. You gotta look here, because we're using camera 1, buddy. What was that? Okay, here, camera.
That's dramatic.
Camera 4, you're up there now. That camera, show them. You and Olivia.
You and me.
Oh, you
I'm
and me.
I'm
Yep, there. Yep, uh-huh.
and I'm here
Yep,
on the hill
Yeah.
where the skate park is. I mean, where the hill is.
yep,
And this is Liv.
Yeah.
I was going down the hill,
yep,
and then Sissy was on her scooter. I
yep.
was on
Scooter,
my
yep.
bike.
Mm-hmm.
And
Boom.
Crash.
Yeah, crash. Yeah, look, somebody put a skateboard and a scooter up on the screen.
oh,
Yeah.
I wasn't on my skateboard. I was
Not that time.
Yeah.
no, I was on my bike.
Yeah, that was the video, right? Oh,
Well, now
There we
everybody's
go.
looking at Stella's
everybody's
vlog.
looking at Stella's feet. Yeah, that was the video there. So, oh yeah, somewhere around there. It was a good time though. The kids had a good time.
Yeah.
Mom had a good time hanging out watching. I am still, I don't know, I'm really tired lately.
It's the heat wave.
And it's totally the heat and the fact that we have been doing like, let's go to the skate park. And of course I tried to skateboard like I'm 18 again. And yeah, no, my knee is killing me. My
See, I know enough to not do that.
Oh, and Dad had.
dad had what? Dad had a boo-boo. Yep, dad fell. Yep,
Yes.
pretty good
Um,
once.
Everybody has fallen. This is why I just stay in my chair. Stella just watches.
And they like social media
we
stuff.
bring snacks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they hang out.
We pack snacks for everybody. Bring
What's
Stella.
everybody else been up to?
Stella eats her Cheetos.
Yeah.
Yes, Stella did steal Cheeto.
Or
Yeah.
5.
Or 4.
Right. 5 Cheetos.
She can
Yeah.
have them.
Yeah. What happened?
Kisses. Kisses and hugs.
Oh yeah. Quinn looks like
Yeah, see, Stella's exhausted too, though.
she is. Oh,
Yeah.
today's heat for goat snuggles was a little rough at times.
Excessive.
It got a little. I
It
mean,
rained a little bit, which was nice, but that was
Right.
just in the beginning. And
did
when
I
the
ever turn
clouds.
the audio back on?
Now is not the time.
Go ahead. Just continue with clouds. The clouds.
No, the clouds, yeah, they helped.
They did that.
I don't know why now is the time to turn the volume
Because
back on.
I just was confirming I did turn the audio back on. I was pretty confident I turned it back on, but I couldn't remember. But even people left early, even though they were
It
having
was-
a good time.
Yeah, it was just,
They were just
so,
like, yep, time to
so
go.
hot.
Yeah. Yeah. So
So hot.
is Olivia okay?
Yes.
Yes, Olivia's
Yeah.
good.
Libby's good.
She said she might make her debut up here. She might come up here.
She might bless us with her.
She said that maybe I'll come up. I don't know. That's what she said. Yeah, she might be on her way. So,
But where is she going to sit?
we don't know where she's
I
going to
can
sit.
find room for her.
Squeeze into.
So I do have this new toy to play with tonight that I haven't even told you about yet.
Okay.
It's a new. If we ever want to run a contest toy, we can play with it. We could try right now if we want. But we don't have anything to give away. We don't have anything to give away. But we can attempt this new toy. So we have to think of a word. Think of a random word, probably one that nobody has used in chat already.
Oh, I have one.
So it could be a weird word. You can even add a hashtag to it. You can add a number to it just to make it weird, right? And we're going to type that word right here.
Okay.
And then we'll tell the audience what it is.
Okay. Oh, am I gonna
So
type
go
it?
ahead and type it. Hang on, we'll be right with you guys.
Here you
I
go.
will hold. Okay,
Yeah. No.
sure. Kind. Sure, that's a good one. That could work because I've got a way to announce it.
Poink.
Wink. You said wink.
Did some poink. I
Um,
don't know why.
I don't know why we picked that word, but we did. Okay. So we added a hashtag to the front of it.
Oh.
Yeah, I added a hashtag just for the heck of it.
Oh. Did she want me to have?
Actually, let's not add a hashtag because we don't want to confuse people. Yeah, because what if they're like, I don't know where to find the hashtag on my keyboard,
Yeah. No.
or they're on their
it's just a
phone.
word. What
It's
are we
just a word.
doing?
I just want to show people how this thing works.
Oh, so we're guessing a word.
Right.
Any
No,
word.
I'm gonna tell. So say we were like,
I'm giving you a clue.
say we were playing a game, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna give away the cell phone to somebody random in the chat. By the way, I'm not giving away my cell phone. I'm just playing. Okay,
Just play.
we're just playing.
Yeah.
Type the word Frenchie in chat if you want to win my cell phone, which you're not winning. I'm just playing. So type the word Frenchie. We're gonna give you a couple minutes and go ahead. So now what'll happen?
Everybody writes the word.
Just
Frenchie.
write the word Frenchie. That's it in chat, right?
It's the heat wave. I'm sorry. It's not you. It's not you. It's
Oh my gosh, I was tired before
It's
we
not
came up
you.
here.
It's me.
Yeah, it's not you, it's me. So we're just playing around. I want to show you guys my new toy, right?
Oh, good.
Oh gosh. So there they go. There they. And remember, it is spelled Frenchie.
The capital doesn't matter.
Capital that should didn't matter. This will tell us actually. So it's not with a Y. So if you already typed it with a Y, try it with an IE. We're gonna give you guys a couple minutes. This will let me know too.
Oh yeah, it's IE guys, not
IE.
Y.
Frenchie. Okay, so now what I do is I should
You
be
could probably
able
throw
to
that up on the.
share my screen and don't show again. Okay, and we're gonna jump over here, right?
Wait, shoes.
So Quinn, I want to know: are you on your cell phone?
No.
Okay.
I don't put it downstairs.
Okay, you put it downstairs. Because I want to know what they're seeing right now. Because we don't get to see what you guys see,
I have.
other than that you might be buffering. So I'm not exactly sure what you guys are seeing at this moment,
It looks like they're seeing us.
but yeah, it does look like they're seeing us.
Uh-huh.
Right? They see Quinn. Yeah, there's a 20-second delay on that video. But what I don't
You're also
know,
not live.
I know. Oh, I'm not. Oh, hang on a second.
Oh yeah.
Okay, now I'm live.
I'm raising my hand.
But how did you raised your hand, Quinn?
Yes.
Okay, so what are we waiting for?
We're waiting to see if my screen share came up.
It didn't.
That's why, because they never told it
It is.
what screen to share.
Hmm.
So now let's see if it actually shares my screen. And then once it shares my screen, I'm going to tell it to pick a random person out of our chat.
Oh,
Here it
yeah.
goes. Here it goes. So it's starting to share my screen.
Oh, it's like.
Oh, but it's
picture in
sharing that
picture.
screen. Okay, so
Okay, so
here's the
you-
giveaway tool. There's our word, and we're going to start. And it's going to pick.
Oh,
we
we
have
already-
51 people that have used that name in our chat,
Yeah.
and we're going to draw a winner. And by the way, you are not winning my cell phone.
Or Stella.
Or Stella. Nobody's winning anything. We're just playing, and the winner is. I think it automatically picks. I
Does
don't.
it?
Yes. See, that's how it works.
Oh,
That's how
okay,
it works.
so had we been giving
Had
anything
we been
away,
giving anything
that
away,
would be how it works.
that would be how it would have worked. And
So
see, they're
in
watching this
future-
right now.
Right.
Yeah.
In the future, little giveaway fun things we do. That's how we would pick winners, I guess.
Yeah.
That way, it's not like the scrolling thing that gets a little confusing.
Right. See, so they just
The
saw
winner
that.
is, yes.
The winner is. See, so
Look, and now she's super excited.
and now she's up. Hey, where is she?
She's right there.
Yay!
She wrote yay.
She wrote, "Yay!" Yeah. So that if we ever give away anything again, oh, she's right here, right there. See, she would have won.
Yay.
She would have won. You don't want my cell phone, anyways. But
Or
Is she-
Stella.
so now it eliminates that whole my internet's slow. I'm on the other side of the world. We give you like a minute or two to write the word that we picked, and then we pick that auto generator, and it automatically picks a winner for us, which is really cool. I saw it used on another channel, and I was like, wait a second, we use that software. I
We
didn't
can implement that.
in a bunch of different ways. Right. Yep. We can do that. What we can't do, and I haven't figured it out, but let me show this first.
Now, did we figure out if that was like you had to use capitals, like the same?
I don't know.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe
We
the
don't know
next
how we
time
would
we
do it.
should scroll it across the screen exactly how you need to.
Oh
type
yeah,
it,
we could do that. Yeah,
That
we could
way
type
there's
it here.
just in case capitals are a thing.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
We're gonna show this real quick. Thank you very
Oh,
much.
Kathy.
And if it's see,
Kathy's coming to visit soon.
she is. That's cool.
Get ready for snatch.
I know we say it every time we're here, but we really need to figure out a way to make some new ones of those. I just haven't really figured it out yet. Yeah, I haven't figured it out. So Kathy's coming. She's on her
Yeah,
way.
she's got one more visit. She visits us a couple times
Yeah.
a year, and she's coming to visit before we shut down for breeding season and stuff.
Oh, Quinn, look at this one. Ready? I'm gonna put it up on the screen. Chris West wants to win Thunder and Frio, and then a date with Quinn.
Oh, you got a date!
Isn't that funny? Yeah. And then we're gonna put this one up because I think Chris is thinking.
He's too young
That's
to
true.
date.
Too young.
Yes.
He's
Too
not.
young.
He's not. It's
Come on,
been like a
Dad.
month. I hit the wrong button. They're picking on me
He
over
goes,
here.
"Come on,
I
Dad."
do also notice that the computer is running
It's a little
very
laggy.
slow right now.
A little laggy.
We're gonna remove this.
So somebody said that they're in buffer zone. Hopefully that's
Yeah.
not everybody.
Hopefully that's not everyone. Is everyone anybody else buffering?
I don't know.
Yeah. Mine did get a little slow there for a minute.
A couple lagginess.
Yeah, definitely got
Are you
that.
tired?
You getting
Mm,
sleepy?
Just yawn. I'm telling you, you blame it on the heat wave.
Oh, it's
too
totally
hot.
the heat.
You go out in that heat, it instantly makes you tired.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I should have sent Uncle Kevin a link and see if he wanted to come on and talk about what he saw in the garage today.
I still think it's fake.
You still think it's fake?
I still think it's fake.
Yeah. I don't have enough time to pull that one up on screen. So Uncle Kevin sent us a picture. He could be watching.
Just before we went live,
Yeah, just before we went live, of a bear that walked into his neighbor's garage.
while they were having a beer
Yeah,
in their garage, and here comes Mr. Bear.
part of it looks a little photoshopped. The other part
Yeah,
does not. So, well, hopefully they ran fast enough.
they did. They were able to snap a picture before they all ended up inside.
Oh, Typo Queen wants to win a moo. Okay, this one right here. Let's get it
that
squished.
one's not for sale.
This one is not for sale.
That was
Well,
my
we're gonna get
armrest.
a ball.
Not for sale.
Back under.
We're gonna get okay. Moo, you're going back down there to hold up mommy's arm. Yeah. Then hang on, I gotta hide this and jump over here to
That
this one. Oh my gosh, you just
Thank you very much.
He shushed you.
you shushed me, and you were so little in that video. Talk about little. All right, here's a conversation for you, and I do see some questions popping up, and we will answer some eventually.
Eventually.
Um,
We're here all night, people. Just kidding,
no,
not all
we're
night.
not.
We need to
It's
go to
too
sleep.
hot, and it's nice this time of year that we're not
Yeah, it's-
milking at night,
6:51 and I'm ready for bed.
and we get to like get the barn done in a reasonable time pretty quickly, and like watch movies or whatever.
That one.
And things like that. Wait a second, I gotta get back to. I just did. Thank you very much for Typo Queen. And then I saw this, Mom. I'll let you answer. I'll let you talk about this one.
Okay, are you going to make any other goat plushies like Moo and Liz and Aaron? Are you guys thinking about having the kids go back to school
Ooh,
online?
two good
So
questions.
2 questions. First, the Moo stuffing.
I can talk about that one.
That took about 2 years to make. So right now we're like primed into selling Moo stuffies
Okay.
first before we really start. Hold on, this is like this.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure he asked me. It says Liz, are you thinking
That's
about
true.
making?
He
So
did
this is
talk
my
to you,
question.
not me.
My question. No. So I mean, we have some ideas on a follow-up stuffy, but like nothing concrete because we're still working on this project.
Yes. That goes from the emotional side of the question. The business side of the question is we bet the farm on the Moo Stuffy, and if the Moo Stuffy doesn't sell,
There will be no
there will
follow-up.
be no follow-up. So
and
probably
then
anything.
The
No, I'm just kidding.
follow-up question to that
Was about virtual school.
online school. So all of our schools, they don't even have online school as an option this year. So regardless, we were going to send our kids to school anyway. They need to be in the classroom, and they need to be having those social emotional relationships with their peers. Yeah, and
Yeah,
he's
you
going to
are.
go to real school.
Yep.
So,
Right.
but you know, we have to do some.
You could have some of your
Your
blankets.
shorts are just a little.
Yeah.
Wardrobe
There you go. Wardrobe malfunction. Gwen.
Okay.
I could have used the blackout button. Yeah.
There you go.
That's
fine.
better. So yeah, they're going to real school.
They're going to real school and they're very excited about it. Right? Yes.
Yeah. So back to the Moo
I
Stuffy.
also actually wanted to say
Okay.
something
Okay.
because the kids, wanted to do soccer this summer. They want to do soccer in the fall. Don't know if soccer is going to be allowed or fall sports are going to be allowed. So we're still kind of banking on the schools will have fall sports. But in the event that they don't, I don't know who.
We have no idea at
But-
this point.
On Thursday or Friday, we got a package from Amazon and we opened it up and it was 2 soccer goals. You already saw them. Don't act so surprised.
You saw them outside. They're in the grass. We haven't played with them yet. We just built them.
But there was no note, so I just wanted to say if the villager that sent those is in chat tonight, I just want to thank you for
Yes.
sending those because it was completely unexpected and it was an awesome surprise. They're already set up. It's been a little too hot
Yeah. Oh yeah.
to play a game.
Might attempt to play a little tomorrow.
Tomorrow should be a little nicer.
Plus, we have the other Simons in town, which I don't know if they're in here. One is in here. We might have to play a game of this. We'll talk about a massacre, but this would be that.
We're going down.
One Simon family against the other Simon family in soccer.
We're losing.
Maria, if Jason's listening, your team can only play with one leg each.
One leg each.
The other leg has to be tied up around your
And we
back.
get to use all 6 of our players.
And we have all 6
against your
players,
4.
and you have 4.
And Stella's on my team because she makes
Yes.
good defense.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you have 4 players. We have 6. Actually, we have 7 because we're taking Jace. So it'll be
Okay.
7 on
We're
4.
gonna like run
And
into our
you
own
guys
players.
have to play with 1 leg each,
Yeah.
and this might get filmed for the
Bloopers.
blooper reel on Simon Says Whatever. Yeah.
Quinn, what grade are you going into?
Ooh,
Oh,
10.
no.
What grade, buddy?
What grade?
Oh.
3rd. 3rd grade?
It's almost like you skipped second.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't.
No skipping second.
I'm sure you worked hard, but
Yeah.
you didn't go to school a single day. I mean, you did. You worked hard. It just wasn't the same. It wasn't the same.
All right, we're finally into a boat question. I was going to talk more about the moose stubby and how panicked I am that we might not sell a lot.
Oh, well,
we have
there's-
hundreds of moose stubbies all around the house that never sell.
There's another. Well, we need at least 6 because everybody
That
keeps
still, we
fighting.
still have a lot more. We got a lot of moose stubbies coming.
All right,
so.
Rosemary asked, Aaron, did that lump ever return on your nest?
No.
Asking for a friend.
No,
Let
it
me-
actually
let me feel.
didn't.
Let me feel.
I could feel where it was.
Okay.
Like it's a tender spot, and that's been like a month.
It's been a while.
Right, yeah, it's been about a month. Because we sat here and talked about it. So it has been a month.
At least been 2 weeks.
Right, I could feel where it was, that cyst, right, that just like popped up.
Popped literally on
And
the
then they
inside
went to
of-
go poke a needle in it and it went away.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, it never came back.
right.
Yeah. I did see this question pop up.
Okay,
How
from
long?
Joshua Hall. How long does it take for the how long? Wow. How long? I'm going back to 3rd grade too.
Yes.
How long does it take for the goat milk to
That was
dry before
Typo.
you can use it to make soap and lotion?
Oh, so goat milk doesn't dry. So the goat milk gets frozen because we can't take it from the goat and instantly convert it into lotion or soap just because we don't produce that
So
much
we
product.
freeze most of our goat milk
Correct.
just so that we have it for when we need it, rather than
Have to make
have to
stuff
make
on
stuff.
like when we don't even need it.
right. That way we can make Black Friday stuff like 6 weeks ahead of time rather than 6 months ahead of time. And then we can make stuff in January when none of the goats have been in heat for any kind of amount of time.
We were this close. And I know for some of you OGs that have been around a while, and Tina can probably drop a link or something if she can find it. So I think I remember saying in the freezer video when we bought the commercial freezer that this was the biggest business purchase to date, that big commercial freezer. Which, by the way, Mustafi now is, back to that, I have to sell a whole bunch, call all your grandkids. Because if you don't call all your grandkids, I'm telling you right now, this one right here, she will buy them all. She was ready to take Mustafi home this
There was
weekend.
a fangirl moment too.
Yeah.
Yesterday,
Video comes out tomorrow.
one of the teenage girls that was visiting yesterday was like, "Oh my God, Dad, I want this. Can we get this right now?" And he was like,
No.
"Back off.
I was
This
like,
is
back off.
mine."
This is my prototype. No. But come back on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there definitely is a lot of, even in the people that have no idea who we are on YouTube and have met Moo once for the first time,
Yeah.
they're excited even at the farm store level. But yeah, the freezer was the biggest purchase to date back when we made that video. It was very expensive. We had to upgrade so we can store more frozen milk. We were this close to winning a commercial walk-in freezer on a auction this week, but it went too high.
Went a little
The price went too high, so we backed out. And then we would have had to sell that freezer a year later. It would have been a nice to have, but not a necessary, so we backed out. And we're like, nah, it's not the time to do it. All right, let's go. And Mom, I'm just going to pop a question up there because we got a lot of them coming, and I'm going to scroll
Okay.
back to older
Yep.
questions.
from Pete and Kat, or Kate, depending on, there's no E at the end, so I think it's Kat. Do you do anything to quell the moody mamas when it's pre-breeding? You said it gets real loud and such. No, with the girls, they just have to go through their hormones, and 18 to 21 days later, they'll be back into heat. Right now, it's still pretty early for anybody to go into heat, but those hormones are definitely coming to the surface. And some of the goats might be going through what we call a quiet heat, meaning they have the hormones and they're technically in heat, but it's not a strong enough one for them to be truly like showing all the signs of like the flagging and all of that. But in August, still too soon. September is even too soon. Once we start hitting late September, early October, then we'll start actually letting them breed.
It's a good question. That's like why we're here to talk about breeding. The next question is about moo.
Oh my God. I thought
So
we were
it's
going to be
coming
done
up.
talking about
No.
her.
Will you be able to send moo to Australia? And Susan, we thought about you and all of our other UK, Australia friends. And yes, we will be able to send moo all the way around the world to anywhere we want. Now, for those of you that have never made a stuffed animal before, there are testing they have to go through, like
Child stuff.
it's child-proof, child safety testing. If you notice, the eyes are made out of fabric, not like round glass like balls for
Yeah.
choking hazards.
They could fall off.
Like the tags have to be able to. There's all this.
It
legal-
has to say
like I
remove
said,
tags.
This is not the official moo. The official one's in our farm store with the tags that say not meant for children under 3. Blah blah blah. All this stuff, like legal stuff. And during the process, they asked us originally with the quote. I read something in the quote, and I'm like, wait a second. This says U.S. testing, not global testing. I want to be able to sell this thing all around the world, and they're like, you're going to have to pay for global testing.
Right, it's totally
I was
different.
like, how much? And it was like a lot more than US. Like US testing was X, global testing
Yeah.
was like 3X.
But I don't think we would have
But-
even been able to send her to Canada had we
No,
not.
nowhere
So,
but the
just
US. So we were like, do it
Can't
for
do
the extra.
that.
They're like, we have to. We can't say no to the village on the other side of the world. Now, what it'll cost to ship, we don't know yet. She's not heavy. She's got beanies in her butt and everything's down, and she won't squish down much. But I really don't want to squish her to ship her. I'm guessing we can still ship her for normal shipping US.
Yeah,
normal
I hope so.
normal international shipping prices. It's not going to be much more because that box won't be too big. We can make a lay down to ship her. You know, go to Sneak, you're going to Canada, you're going to Australia. It's going to take a month. You
Or
never
whatever.
you never know. So yes, the answer is yes. We're going to be able to ship moo all around the world.
Yeah.
Which was exciting for us when we learned. Like, are you serious? I have to do global testing, and they're like, yep. And I'm like, okay, let's do it. Yeah.
Okay, let's do
Um,
that. Ownership of the world, the world.
Oh, there's a quick list. Why do folks go into heat early? Why do some kids mature early? We had that conversation today
Yeah,
too.
we did.
Yeah, so it could.
Yeah, it comes down
never
to nutrition. They're being fed really good, and also just weather. Maybe something was triggered with cooler nights. I don't know. It's also with at least Chanel. She's a young girl, so her body is just kind of learning the ropes. It might not even have been a heat cycle where she actually dropped an egg. There's heat cycles where they don't even drop an egg. It's just they're going through the motions without actually being ready.
It's kind of like the same thing in a dog. You don't want to breed them that first heat, but that's first heat in age, not first heat in the
Of the
season.
season, right?
Right. Okay, that's different. Never mind. Well, actually, no. For Chanel, that wasn't her first heat. She's been in
She's
heat
been in
before.
heat all last summer,
Right.
and I remember her being in a pretty consistent heat cycler last year too. So
Yeah. So the answer to this question, while we're on the topic, are some of the girls going in the heat early? Yes,
I wouldn't say this is not the earliest.
but it's not the earliest. It's
Greta and Chanel, they came into heat at the same time. When Greta had her accidental pregnancy with Thunder,
Yeah.
it was August 8th. Was if you backdate
Right.
her pregnancy, because she gave birth on I think January 8th. You go back 150 days. That was August 8th.
Yeah.
5 months, August 8th, which is when she was pregnant, trying to figure out like who the dad was and everything.
Right.
So yeah,
It'll be interesting this year because it said something about teasing the boys or something in that.
we do
in that.
tease the boys.
But this year with the under swing cam, once swing cam's back up, I'll turn it back up after that today, so you guys can watch swing cam.
Right.
You'll be able to see the girls at the fence line, like literally in heat, like not leaving that fence line, flagging their tails. And that goes right into the next question. Do you know what goats you will be breeding this year from KT? And the answer is no, we don't
Still a
know
little
that
early.
yet.
So this week, my goal is to collect some fecal samples of some girls that I want to get checked out. not necessarily like it's not because they're having physical signs, maybe a little physical, but not like weight. It's more like I don't like Greta's coat, so I'm gonna test her just to rule out that she's just fluffy and doesn't have anything else going on. I want to look at a couple other girls. I want to make sure I follow up on Poppy and Frio because they have issues, ongoing issues.
Yeah.
Frio has never actually had worms, but Poppy always struggles. And in this kind of heat, anything can pop up. Remember that goats naturally live with a worm load, and it's not until their immune systems are compromised by stressor, an outside environmental stressor. And one of the biggest stressors that you get this time of year is from a heat wave. So I'm going to check. Since we've had now, 2 or 3 heat waves?
Oh yeah, at least the
this season
second
alone?
or third. Yeah.
So I'm going to check them. We're now in mid-August, so if I need to treat anybody, I want to do that before September, so that going into September, they're packing on all the weight that they need to be before breeding. And that mid-September is when I'll do the health checklist and say, you're good, you're good, you're good, you're good. Now, if we have too many, because I think there's a possible 14 or 15 girls that we can be breeding, are we going to breed all of them? If we are going to breed all of them, how are we going to space it out? If we aren't going to breed everybody, who isn't getting bred?
Right.
Because they're going to have to move out to House of High.
Yeah.
So. So I don't know if this is in order, but David
Yeah.
Smith asks, is there a chance 80 will be bred? And what will 80 and Thor's possible status in Cass's Castle be? Which is a very good question.
Yeah, Michael
That
checked.
kind of goes back to we don't know who exactly we're breeding yet. I have given it some thought about 80 and what we're going to do with her. So I don't want to announce anything until it's like official,
Right.
until we really make our final rulings, because anything can happen between now and the end of September.
Yep. Okay, this is where I was.
Yeah, that was David's question right there that I just answered.
Right. Saw one. Oh, that's the same. I just popped on a question, but that's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. My mom wants to know how the milking machine is working for the goats. You know what? In my opinion, because they've been on it a full season, for I would say 7 out of the 10 girls we milk, it gets them to like 95% empty. You know, there's some of the girls like Rainey and Harper. I mean, it gets them like 98% empty. It gets them super empty.
Yeah, Rainey is about
And-
99% empty.
Wick,
Harper, yeah, those are our fast, and I think that has to do with. I notice a correlation.
Yes.
I think it has a lot to do with teat shape and size.
Yeah.
But also not necessarily the orifice, that the size of the opening of the teat, but really just shape and size. I have to
You can sit
wonder.
over there with the phone.
I have to wonder if that
Other one.
is because of our claw
Yeah,
shape, our
could be.
claw size. Maybe somebody like Sadie would
That's
benefit from a smaller teat.
like a Nigerian dwarf cup.
Yeah.
And it might work better. Yeah. Totally could.
It
Yeah.
could,
That's
because
something we
Sadie
can play
doesn't
with.
milk out well at all on that,
Not
and
at
I have to wonder, like, that's got to be a.
Sadie's 50% milked out on the machine.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, it's bad. So
It's almost a waste of time.
it's one of the reasons Sadie's not the best milker either. It's one of the reasons.
She makes a lot of milk.
She
She just
does.
is hard to milk.
Right. So it's one
But
of
the
the
milk
reasons.
machine shouldn't think that she's hard to milk. Sorry.
Correct. Yes. So it's
with
why
the
we
milk machine.
started with Sadie, Amy, and Lucy as the first 3 to start drying up. And I know there's confusion as to who they're going to milk today, who's not. And to us, it's almost like daily we check. So tonight, no milking at all. Tomorrow morning, we decide who gets milked and who doesn't, because it puts some goats like Moo and Genevieve and Greta on 24-hour udders. But if we skip Amy, Lucy, and Sadie, they then get milked on Monday morning and they're on 48-hour udders.
Yeah.
So you've got some girls on 24, some girls on 48. And we're working to get the whole herd to 48. So it'd be an every other morning And then after that, it's like every 3 days that goat needs to be milked, or
By
whatever.
that point,
At
you're
that
not
point,
even
we
milking.
just stop, and well, we got to trim back grain because they won't stop if we don't.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
you watch that. Some girls are gonna still need the grain though.
Right.
And the thing is come September, we're gonna actually bump the grain back up.
Correct.
It's this kind of roller coaster ride with grain right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But yeah, right now, like a couple of them are on the 48-hour udder. Everybody else is on the 24-hour udder. Nobody's getting grain in the evening. Everybody's still getting grain in the morning.
This is actually a good question, and I know you and I have discussed this, but we haven't confirmed whether we're going to do this or
No,
not. yet.
because nobody's gone through the health checklist yet.
Right.
So I don't know if we're going to need a 2-stage breeding season. If that happens, we have to start earlier in the breeding season. So September would be their breeding month, and then we'll do another one in October if we plan on breeding. If everybody because you just don't know who's going to take either.
So what she
Last
means
year-
by 2-stage breeding, sorry, for some people watching, they might not know what we're talking about. You want to talk about that? I didn't mean
Well,
to cut you off.
2-stage breeding means that instead of having one massive kidding season where everybody kids out in a 7-day period, we would have them be separate by about a month. So say half the herd comes into heat in September, we pick and choose who are we going to breed this month, and then we skip everybody else's heat cycle, and then we will breed them in October when they cycle again.
So you would have 2 windows of kidding season. You would
2
have,
rounds, yeah.
right. You would have a round in February and a round in March.
That's if we decide that everybody is going to be bred, because last year we bred certain goats, but then Charlotte, for example, didn't take.
Right.
Harper didn't take her first cycle. She recycled, so we had to breed her again, which is why she came while she kidded out in April when everybody else was in March. So it's kind of a game of chance.
Yeah,
If
do
you-
the 2-stage.
If you don't try to breed everybody the first round, and
Right.
somebody doesn't take that first cycle,
Yeah.
so we'll see. But I think if it happens, this is kind of going down Pandora's box, right? You're opening up this box of the unknowns. If somebody like Harper, say I breed her in September, she doesn't take, maybe I try again in October, or maybe I say, you know what, everybody else did take, you can have a year off.
Right.
Even though you don't need it,
Right.
she's just a little fussier
Yep.
to get pregnant. She always kind of
Yep.
either doesn't take the first time or miscarries.
Yep.
So maybe she gets the year off, and
Yeah.
who knows? It's
The most would be 12, correct? I think the counting.
there's
No.
15 girls in that barn right now that could be bred. All of them are available for breeding.
Oh my God.
I know,
Yeah.
15. But I think, to your point, I think you're number 12. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. At most,
11 at once.
we can deliver 11 at once, but that means there's only 11 girls in the barn, because that main
Correct.
gen pup area would turn into a big kidding
Correct.
stall. So nobody else can live there.
So 11 girls in 1 week would be crazy. With the village wouldn't make it through. They're like, please separate.
I don't think I would make it through it.
Yeah, they're
So I'm just saying, maybe we say
Yeah, we don't
7 the first time and this 7 the next time. Maybe somebody doesn't get bred. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. But these are all unanswerable questions, because
Yeah.
I can't read the future right now.
And then also goes, well, that's what Q&As are all about. They
Yeah,
get to
it's
learn what's in our
literally
head. kind of.
hypothesizing.
Right. And if 80 is to be bred, who would we breed her to?
I already know, because I've already given this thought.
And have we told that?
No, but I don't want
Are you
anybody
willing
getting
to?
excited.
Just tell them.
Gus, I would breed her to Gus.
There you go. Gus.
There is a slight, now I know some people are going to be like, well, isn't 80 and Gus, they're related somehow? Yes, there's a little bit of a relation there. However, completely unrelated father.
Yeah.
Which helps dilute that bloodline. And so I can breed. So they're not that related. It's almost like it's the second cousin twice removed thing.
Right.
So it's not like a brother to a sister, or even a brother to a mother, or I mean a son to a mother. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, they're not full relation.
No.
You're not going to show them my feet.
No, I'm not. But we have a
You
question
almost-
in the room. He was waving his hand. He wanted to ask a question.
What's up, love?
Yes, Quinn.
I forgot
And
now.
He
forgot.
forgot
Because
his
you would guys was
That's right.
question.
Hold on to your thought. If it comes back, raise your hand
Say-
again, and we'll take
Say
your
me,
question.
me, me if it comes back, okay? You could ask your question without having to put question marks on the screen. So this one, Kathy Gamby asks, can I get one of my Moo plushies signed by all of you, please? So more on that to come.
Yeah.
We have an idea possibly for a signed version of Moo. More Black Friday secrets and exciting stuff coming.
Kathy's almost going to be spoiling it.
Yeah, but once we figure all that out
Yeah.
logistically,
We'll
a
announce
number
it.
of you could be able to get stuff signed.
Yeah.
So, yes.
There's lots of questions coming in, so
Yes,
I want to
here,
make sure
quick.
we don't skip any.
Check that one.
Yep, I already answered that
We
question.
answered that. I'm just looking for the next thumbnail. Oh, this is big. We have to talk about it. Brenda, it's in the works. Possibly Moo needs a passport. You might be able to buy that on the website with Moo when you buy her. It'll be a little card with Moo's mugshot and all her information, height, width, weight, like you
No,
name it.
width is gonna.
It's gonna all
Yeah.
be on there of Moo's passport. You know, we don't know where she's going, right? So on the passport, you get
It
it.
would kind
But
of
it'd be
be
cute
like
little
one
card.
of those cute little cards that you can fill in the information.
Right. There you
Like, I mean, her birthday would be her birthday, and her name is her name.
Yeah.
But everything else is like
go. You know how you have to put like white,
adopted by.
Hispanic, you know, like some those travel things they ask you, you know,
Uh-huh.
she has to put Alpine, right? Get it? Are you white, Hispanic, or Alpine? She's like, Alpine.
Right.
But that could be fun. We've talked about that a little bit. Okay, here comes one.
Okay, are any of the bucks going to rut yet? So Friday night, that was last night. I went out and did the boy goats in the evening with Liddy, and there was a very distinct, familiar smell.
Odor in the hair?
Yes, an odor in the air, and I was like, "Oh, really?" Now nobody is like actively peeing on their faces yet, which I apologize if that comes as a shock to you. But that's what boy goats do when they're ready to breed the girls. They pee on their own faces. Very similar to how men get ready for their dates with their women. They put cologne on.
Oh,
It's the
Okay.
equivalent
wondering
of
what men you're talking to.
see. There's this club and
Oh.
ew,
Yeah, ew.
ew.
Okay.
No, the boys put on their special cologne for their girlfriends, the goats.
Yeah.
We're talking about goats here, not people.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw that somebody was sad. I had to go look.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Somebody can be sad.
Yeah.
They don't like us.
So very long-worded question, but I will answer it. The deep litter method for the winter keeps the goats warm. No, it does not cool them in the summer. You notice we've been raking around the edges a lot. We didn't do it for this reason, but it's working. I've noticed the goats like to lay there because there is no deep litter, which means there is no heated blanket.
He might not have done that by design.
You-
I had a couple reasons as why I started
Yeah.
doing this. Some of it was for my leaf blowing skills, but others were I noticed that like Sadie and Rainey and one of the togs likes to lay over there. Actually, a couple of the togs, the twins.
Right.
I saw a video of them, one of them falling asleep and her ear hit the water trough because they were snuggling against the water trough. Anyway, but yeah, they all like to lay over there because it's cool. It's up against the concrete, it's up against the wood, and it's down on fresh dirt.
Right.
And it's cool this time of year. So I meant to tell you, like, don't shoot the messenger. But I think we need another buck out in
We do.
Castle.
I know we do.
Not just because it's getting tall, but because it's hot.
Yeah, it's hot, and I'd rather do it when there's not much there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
We are.
coming.
I see a couple people asking some questions we didn't get to yet.
Yeah.
We do always kind of run behind. We're not running too far behind.
Yeah, we're running about 15 minutes behind right now.
But if we happen, because we're human and we miss things, if we skip over your question for whatever reason, It's either because we already answered it in somebody else's question.
Right. I know a lot of people like getting their name on the screen, so there you go, your name's on the screen, but
Right.
we already answered that question.
Right.
Yeah.
That, you
Yeah.
know, that's big question mark
Big-
still.
That's a big
But I know
question of the
everybody is
season.
looking forward to finding out the
Yeah.
answer. We did say if we do breed her, she will be bred with Gus. The follow-up question is though, what are we doing with Thor? Because they can't be separated, and now
Right.
that's another goat in a very full mom and baby barn.
Right, exactly. And the answer to this question is, I guess they're doing good. I don't know.
No news is good news.
Yep.
So
Let's see. What about Frio?
Frio's
getting
doing better.
Yeah, he's getting grain mostly every morning, and he's doing better.
he's doing all right.
He's excited about the grain. He eats the grain, and he goes
Yeah.
outside, and he's still
He's
here.
Frio.
So I mean, he's Frio.
He's Frio. Look, we have to preface. There's a couple of things like House of Pie is also like the House of Special Goats. Poppy and Frio are special. We are going to keep them here, obviously on the farm, but we have this mentality of Poppy and Frio. They're only going to stay here with us while they're comfortable. The moment we think that they're suffering or in any kind of pain or their quality of life is less than what it should be, we're going to have to make a very hard decision for them. They are special needs goats, and it's not fair to them if they're not living their best life here in a comfortable fashion. You know, we've had this conversation many times with Dr. Kara, and she has told us, you know, guys, you're going to have to make hard decisions sooner rather than later because they're not normal goats. They're special in the nicest way possible. She's very matter of fact with us, but that's why I love her so much, because she doesn't sugarcoat anything, and it allows us to mentally prepare and not live in oblivion.
But it's also what sets us apart a little bit than most goat farmers. And I'm not trying to trash other goat farmers or whatever.
No,
we're
it's
not,
just how we.
we're not a rescue. We're not a charity. We're not that. They're not producing on our farm. They're like, why are they here? And we're like, well, wait a second. They're our family. So they're staying until they're not, until we have to make that decision. So it's, you know, some people, when they're here for goat snuggles, they're like, oh, so what happens in that barn? And we're like, well, those are our retired goats, our boys that our kids fell in love with and they just mow the lawn, and a few special needs goats. They're like, oh, you have special needs. Like, it's almost shocking that we have, we're like, yeah, they're here. They might not be here long, but they're going to be here and happy while they're here.
And you never know. There's no crystal ball that we can look into.
Right.
Both of them could surprise us and live super long, fulfilled lives. But regardless, they're going to live fulfilled lives.
Right.
No matter how long or short that might be. Poppy has defied all odds.
Yeah.
In just, you know, living more than a day, more than an hour. She was pronounced dead at birth, okay? She's the only goat on our farm who had a time of birth and a time of death, but is still alive.
Yeah.
Like, so she's the thing of miracles. And, you know, Frio also, we have no idea what fully the extent of his birth defects were. The same, you know, he was born with Aerie, who we saw visually had external birth defects, but Frio does too. He has the same bone birth defect that Aerie has. He just didn't have the cleft palate. But I know he also has a heart defect.
Yeah.
And we don't know really what else is going on. So they're going to live their happy little lives. And when the day comes, we're not going to let them suffer. That's what I do know.
Right.
That's all I
So
know.
here comes a big long one. Greetings from Southern
Southern
Mississippi.
Mississippi.
MISSI PPI. I remember that one. I can't spell it anyway.
MISSI.
We have been noticing a lot of the goats are headbutting basically. Why?
Yes.
It's really a
It's
good
all
question.
hormones.
It's all hormones.
We are
That's
going
it.
into prime time hormone season.
Yeah.
And a couple of the girls have already gone into heat. So with that cycle comes hormones.
Yep.
And I've always said, some people have asked, like, well, how do you know if your goat is in heat? And first and foremost, they're going to be doing some physical signs
Right.
with their bodies. But simply said, my once mentally stable and goat goes completely unstable, and she starts making poor life choices.
That's a hormone thing.
And it's a hormone thing. They start headbutting goats in their herd that they have the utmost respect for, You know, one of my bottom of the totem pole goats, because there's a hierarchy thing here. My number 11 in a herd of 16 will start challenging the queen. And it's like, well, you shouldn't do that. Like, that's not smart. You're
Right.
going to get yourself hurt. And she can't help herself because she's a heat. So it's already happening. We've seen a couple scuffles.
Yep, and that'll be on it. But I got another good question on the docket. Here's another good one here in the list. Linda Epstein. Is there a limit to how many moves you can purchase at one time, or is there so many moves being made? So now there is only so many moves being made. However, we could always make more.
Also,
But
however,
it takes 8 months to make more.
But
It takes a long time.
I will tell you, this is not like when we first started making soap.
No, we have bumped up our quantities. So no, there's no limit.
There's no
If
limit.
you want to buy them for a whole preschool class and you need like 40 of them, let us know. We'll make it happen.
So there's no limit. I mean, there is a limit, but there's not a limit. There's no limit for you guys. Like,
Yeah,
it's
don't worry
you
about
guys are villagers. It's fine. We've planned ahead.
Put it this way: everybody watching live right now can buy more than one, and we would still have enough. That gives you an idea of how many there will be. So we will have a good number of moves. I
I don't anticipate selling out.
I literally asked the factory that's making them for us to take a picture while they're making them. I'm like, look, I need a picture of like 100 moves being made at one time for social media. Can you help me get that? With all the nice ladies that are saying, no disrespect, there might be men too, I don't know, sitting there sewing these things. Like, I need a photo. If you can make that happen, that would be awesome. They're working on getting me that photo.
You know?
So we get that. I mean, you'll see hundreds and hundreds of moves being made at one time.
We wouldn't want to have like a soap launch
Right.
sell
we don't
out
want
in
to
5 minutes. Like, that's not going to happen.
Not
So
at
if
all.
you want, you know, a moose stuffy for your grandchildren, buy your moose stuffies for your
Yeah, you'll
grandchildren.
be fine.
If you want one for yourself too, get one for yourself too. Like,
And I would say,
it's okay.
and I will put it out there, if you're buying like 10 or more, don't even buy it from the website. Email us and we'll see what we can do price wise or whatever.
Yeah.
And like if it's going to a hospital or school or something, if you're doing something crazy like that, or, and we've said it before, logistically, we don't know how you're going to do it. You want one but can't afford it, send us an email. We'll start putting your name on a list. Obviously, we still have till Black Friday, so it's a long time. Plus, we launched the feature on our website where you can break up the payment into moves. It's $39.99 or $40. You can break it up into 4 $10 payments that happen every 2 weeks. So that'll help a lot of people. But if you can't even do that and you really want one, write us a quick email. My name is Aaron. I've been watching for 2 years. You don't have to get into your financials, but like, I'd love to have Moo. I just can't do it. I'm on a fixed income, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And we'll take that information and we will. We'll double check our website and be like, oh, wait a second. You bought 18 bottles of lotion. Like, look, I see you've never bought anything from us before. You want or whatever, we'll figure it out. We'll figure out a way to get you one. We don't want anybody not getting one that doesn't have one. And I think as a village, we can all figure it out. I mean, we have 7 or 8 bars of Airy Jane downstairs that were bought by villagers for other villagers that couldn't afford it
Yeah,
that
I
are
think
still
there's
here.
only like 4
There might be 4
bars
left.
Yeah.
And people reached out like, hey, I heard there's some bars.
Yeah, and we've said
And we've sent them out. So we can kind of do the same thing.
Yeah.
So that's the idea with the move. There's going to be a lot of moves to go around.
Yeah.
Here we go.
How are Gus and Roman?
I think they're fine.
And they're doing great so
Yeah, I mean,
far.
Roman's going to have to get out soon. But
That's all part of their plan.
right.
You know, whatever's going to happen over there is going to happen. We have to play it by ear. Once Gus starts going into rut and he starts getting girlfriends, he might be able to stay with Roman. Roman's not going to be much competition for him, but we're going to keep a very close eye on their relationship because once, you know, right now there's a size difference where Roman can handle himself. But once Gus really starts growing and becoming larger, I anticipate him being larger than Roman. And once that happens, as long as they're still being nice to each other and Roman's not at risk, then Roman can stay. Or Roman moves out and goes back to House of Pine.
This question here from Lid. I did not see is Frio minding the high temperature. I don't see Frio really minding much of anything. He
Frio
just
doesn't really care about much.
walks around. It's like all alone over there. Like he doesn't even pay attention to the other goats. He just like doesn't really mind much. He's
So when Frio came out and he was born, and I don't know how many of you guys actually know this, we thought immediately we thought something was wrong with Frio, and
right. We did.
clearly we were right, but we didn't know what. Dr. Kara had come out. He wasn't nursing as vigorously as a buckling should have. He wasn't doing a lot of anything. He didn't really play and bounce, and he wasn't acting like a normal, healthy baby goat. So we had Dr. Kara come out within, a day or two of him being born, and she tried a technique on him. They do it with horses and cows, baby, like foals and calves. And so she tried it with Frio, and the technique is you're essentially simulating him being born again and being squeezed through the birth canal, and that is supposed to, it's like a reset button. It's like if your computer goes all wonky, they tell you to turn it off and turn it back on again, and
That's what you tried to
miraculously
do to Frio.
it's all better. We tried to reset Frio. It didn't work.
No, it didn't work.
But that's because his issue goes deeper than anything that can be medically fixed. Like he has birth defects, and you can't undo those.
Yeah.
So, but we tried. We were like, hey, it's worth a shot.
Yeah.
And Dr. Kara has done it on a couple different species. And it works immediately. When it's going to work, it works. And it did not.
Yeah.
So he just marches to the beat of his own drum.
That's it.
He's definitely a loner. He likes to hang out by himself. I do think he is closest to Thunder, which is interesting.
Somebody,
Is that the fire alarm?
can you go see what that is, Quinn?
Go check if that's the smoke detector.
That sounds like a smoke detector.
Sounds like a smoke detector.
Which, randomly, I was editing a video
And
at
it
like
went off.
5:30 in the morning, and it went off for no reason. And I was sitting there at the computer. Unless my brain was smoking, there was nothing else smoking there.
The
And I was
ears,
like,
out the ears.
Why did that thing just go off?
And
it
it's
was really
changed the
strange.
batteries.
Yeah, really strange. So earlier we talked about that whole splitting up kidding season, and this question goes back to that. Does that mean 2 rounds of kids being sold? So yes, it would actually extend all of that stuff. It would extend the whole kidding season, like when a baby's being born, and it would extend when are they being sold. It would also extend ghost numbers, because it would spread everything out. The house is not on fire?
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. So, do you feel that the twins are behaving I think the twins are getting a little better, possibly. But it could just be we're learning how to handle them. But I don't know. The twins, what do you think?
I think they needed a couple rounds of training, but I do think they're getting better, and they're learning that there's rules here and
Yeah.
there's consequences for their life choices. So
Yeah.
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 it's just like kids, you have to be consistent.
Oh, this is a good one. Can you explain about Thunder's horn growth, and will he be okay? Thunder will be perfectly fine. We actually inspected his horns yesterday when all the hooves were being trimmed.
Yeah.
And his horns are really wiggly and really loose.
Yeah,
So-
I actually had told Tim, hey, check Thunder's horns, because every once in a while, if you get a goat with spurs that they grow in real long like that, you do need to trim them down. But with Thunder's, they're really wiggly. So to your point, the next time he rubs his head on a wall or something, or he headbutts or does something stupid, they can fall right off. Actually, Gia was doing some headbutting today with, who was she doing that with? One of the Togs, Amy. She was doing it with Amy, and she has a wiggly horn that actually is literally just holding on by a thread right now. It's totally normal. Skurs get wiggly and they fall off. Thunders were growing in a little weird, but they're wiggly, and so God forbid if he got his head in a fence and couldn't get back out, they're wiggly enough they would pop right off. and he not be stuck in anything.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He could
They're
easily,
not a danger to
he
him.
could easily break those
Yep.
off.
And
He would get a little bloody because they will bleed, but it's okay. It
Yeah.
happens.
I'm
He-
trying to find
he
where I
won't
left
bleed
off.
Well, we have Billy Buffalo did a super chat. We really enjoy your live stream of the goats. It's relaxing watching
Oh.
them. We look forward to a visit there from, I think it's New York City,
New York City. It could be NYS.
NYS.
Let's
New
see. The
York.
S on the keyboard is pretty close to the C.
Yeah,
It could be.
we'll
Yeah,
say
we're gonna
it's
go
New
at
York
New York
City.
City.
Well, thank
Dude,
you,
if
Billy
you live in the
Buffalo.
city, I'm kind of jealous. I think I can handle the city
I
for like a
cannot.
week,
I cannot.
and then after that, I'd be done.
I
Yeah.
don't really like being away from the farm for an overnight, let alone
Yeah, she doesn't.
no.
Yeah.
And I don't want this to come out the wrong way, but I really don't do people very well.
No.
Like people that aren't animal people.
Yeah.
I'll
We-
preface that.
We actually had people here today at Ghost Snuggles, and they're like, they're in the farm store, they're getting their contracts. Oh my god,
Waivers.
their
Yeah.
waiver signed, and the lady, the adult, goes, "Oh my god," I'm kind of like geeking out because I watch you guys on YouTube
Oh,
all the
yeah.
time, and
she's
we were
a
like,
worker.
"Hi,
Hi.
We didn't know, but like, you got to tell us because we have no
I
idea."
know.
Like 95% of the people that come to Ghost Snuggles have no clue we're on YouTube.
Yeah.
They don't even know. They all come off Facebook and they're local. They have no idea what we do on YouTube. Yeah, and this lady was like giggly, like happy. It was kind of
Yeah,
cool.
super excited.
But we were like, we didn't know.
We're like,
yeah,
hey.
yeah.
Oh, New York State.
State. Okay,
New
well
York
that's
State.
cool.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I've never seen that abbreviation. I'm gonna have to ask Dad tomorrow.
Does
My
he
dad,
know?
Grandpa's coming tomorrow. He lives in New York
Oh, I think
State.
you just kind of ruined the surprise.
No, they already knew.
That face says he didn't know.
You didn't know that Grandpa's coming tomorrow?
Guess who else is coming?
What? Put
oh
this?
wait,
Meme.
What?
Meme
Meme is
Meme.
coming too.
Grandpa?
and all cousins.
And your
Uncle
cousins.
Jason. It's gonna be a zoo around here, not just a farm.
A zoo.
It's
Okay.
gonna be a
Probably
zoo.
be a circus.
More of a circus. Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna
Yeah.
be great.
Yay!
Yeah.
A lot of
All right. Where was that? Moonly Passport.
Yes.
I gotta get.
You
to
lost your space again, huh? Can we put up a quick thank you to Billy Buffalo?
Yes,
for-
we can.
I'm
Billy
guessing
did.
he might be from Buffalo, New York. If it's got a last
Here we
name.
go. We'll give him Billy.
Billy kiss for Billy Buffalo.
It was. Yes, it was. Let me go back to the
And you
comments.
did too?
And let's see. Thunder. I got that
Did you
one.
lose?
I kind of
Did your
lost a lot of
space?
my space, but I think I'm doing okay. Oh, is Moo's middle name going to be Marie? That means this one.
Is her middle Marie?
That's what I
Moo's
figured.
middle name is Marie. It's usually when she's in trouble, it's Moo Moo Marie. That's how you know she did something real naughty. What's going on?
You have to read this question.
Oh, jeez. Have you thought of a clothesline for the new Moo stuffed animal? Like a jacket, a vest, cute hat, ears, boots, just a thought?
So we have.
No, he
Oh,
hasn't.
I have.
He has
Oh, I,
never said this out loud.
oh no, because there's a lot. I get yelled at for telling her all my thoughts out loud.
Because
I
some
actually
of them
was
are-
told at one point, "Can you please not tell me your ideas until you think about them?" How rude! Like this is supposed to be.
I
a-
just want him to.
No, I've had a lot of crazy ideas. That was one of them, but I was like, you know what? I don't even know if we're gonna sell enough. Let's not go there
Let's see.
yet.
Let's
Like
see.
this isn't Build-A-Bear. And then who do I hire to make clothes for a little stuffed animal? You know, and we've learned in business that if you're launching a product, you don't want to run out of that product. When people want to buy it, you need to have it. So it just becomes a challenge.
Yeah.
Some things are harder to make than others.
Right.
So I actually did, and I told you this once, I did talk to the manufacturer about making a bale of hay for Moo,
Right.
like a
That I do remember.
like about the size of Harper here, but with no legs and no head. So like just a big bale of hay to sit next to Moo.
Well, because you know she has an endless appetite.
And the
so.
cost of that bale of hay was the same price for Moo, and I like fought them back and forth. I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah, that's
One
ridiculous.
color fabric, 2 pieces of string, that yes, you have to manually wrap around and tie. Like there was no way to like get like I wanted it real twine around. I didn't want it stitching. I wanted real rope, like and it was like the same price. I'm like, this took us a year and a half to design. I could design a bale of hay in 10 minutes in an email, and it's smaller. Than they wouldn't budge on price. I was like, no, it's not happening. But I can't sell a bale of hay for $40. Like that wasn't going to work. Like a $5 bale of hay here. Like I needed to be
We're talking
an
about
accessory
right.
to go with Moo. Yeah, it wasn't working. That was very inappropriate, Moo. Jesus, come on. I know the goats are going into heat and stuff, and that happens, and the girls will start like that. That was very inappropriate.
Yeah.
This is an adult show. If you watch at night, Q&As are always adults. You can put the kids to bed.
Yeah.
So yeah, the clothing thing, cute and all, but
No.
the chances of asking somebody to make me 100, 200, 500 jackets for Moo, it's logistically probably won't. I saw this here, something about a middle name.
I did not.
And
Yeah. What do you think of the name Rudolph as a middle name for Thunder?
yeah,
We think he's after Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer's jaw.
yeah.
It's true.
Have you?
Where do you think 480 got their springs from? It wasn't their mother.
This is very true. Speaking of Thor and 80,
Have you ever seen goats so attached as the Shining twins?
why do we call them the Shining?
I don't. I call them the Chaos
The
twins,
Chaos.
but I guess they're a little chaotic. No, I say that all the time to our goat snugglers. I have never seen two goats so utterly bonded to each other, which is why their future, is here. Is just like, well, I can't go and put Thor in House of Pie without 80.
Right.
And if 80's pregnant, she can't go and live in House of Pie. So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah. So right now, where is Moo in the hatchery? So it's
Hierarchy?
higher. Oh, I thought this was a funny joke. I read that so fast. I thought that somebody was wondering when is Moo going to be born? Like when are all these
Oh, in the
guys
hatchery?
showing up? Like get it?
I
Like,
see. Like
yeah.
she's a chicken and she's
Yeah.
gonna hatch.
Yeah, no, never mind. Go ahead.
Okay, so Moo is number 2 or 3.
Yeah, she's
So
up.
it's Lucy, Moo, and Amy. I'm pretty sure Amy's number 3 and Moo is number 2. You'll see those 3 do the most scuffling, and Amy and Moo are always having words. But if you watch really, really close, I'm pretty sure Moo was number 2.
Just so we know, Moo's not even born yet. These ones. Yeah.
Yes, this
No.
is
They're
pre-conception.
Well, it's
This
not
is the 3D
preconception.
ultrasound, people.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
No. Like we're on the production schedule. We're just not made yet.
Yeah.
Are you going to sell Mini Moo in the store? Yes.
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 Yes. From Black Friday all the way to the Saturday or Sunday before Christmas.
The store will be
Will be
open
open.
during those times.
Yep.
It's getting hot.
Yeah, we're getting hot up here, so I don't know how much longer we're gonna last. Where are we at? 7:43. Not
That's
bad.
not bad.
Not bad. I don't know what this
Excuse
meant.
my feet.
I don't know what that meant. The Moo
The
line.
Moo line.
I had to
I
get some
think it was
air
like-
on my back.
Clothes and stuff.
Yeah, the Moo line. Yeah.
The Moo line. But I don't think we're going to be able to do that.
No, I don't think so.
So I did see a couple comments about
Yeah.
Stella Stuffy.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Sorry, Billy Buffalo. I just
There
got
it
to your
is.
request. Thank
Sorry,
you
we
very
just got
much.
it. But we did give you a kiss from Billy.
Yes,
So
we already got you. Yep, from New York State. Now we know that one. Is this what you saw? You should.
you should have had Stella babies.
You mean like this made in a Stella?
Well, I don't think that's.
No, you stop
you
it.
can't have Moo Moos.
Yeah.
We need Stella Stuffy.
Uh,
Maybe she means a Stella Stuffy.
that could be what
A
she.
couple people have said Stella Stuffy, maybe a Stella Stuffy wearing her tutu dress,
Oh, birthday dress.
her birthday dress. Yeah.
I'm trying to. There we go. Now I'm back to where I was.
Your system is malfunctioning over there today.
I am sweating like crazy. I saw this, Chris, earlier, and no, I had no idea goats like mealworms,
Chickens love
and we will
mealworms.
not be giving mealworms to our goats.
No, mealworms for the chickens.
Yeah, mealworms, chickens love. Yeah. And supposedly you could freeze them. And
Oh no,
then, like,
she meant real babies. So there's this thing called spaying and neutering.
yeah, no,
and Stella
no
was
baby.
spayed, so that can't happen.
This is definitely on the plans of happening someday.
Oh, you know what?
Are
I'm
there
drawing a line in the sand.
are there plans to update the feeder
This
in
has
House
to
of Pod?
happen.
Yes. Yes, there are plans to update the feeder in House of Pod.
Yes,
Yeah.
it must happen.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna put a time frame on it.
Yeah, I'm
September
gonna put a
1st.
time frame. I'm making a whole shitload of lotion so we can start launching it. Speaking of launch, here we go. So that's what we're talking about now.
Sorry if we
We got a lot of
just-
lotion coming, as you can see.
So,
Lots.
well, okay, y'all know, like when we make lotion, the production schedule for lotion is made a year in advance. This is the time of year in the summertime where I plan out an entire year's worth of lotion production.
Sneak peek again, a whole year's worth of labor.
That's an entire year worth of labels right there. So yeah, September 1st is launching the fall collection. I can't believe we're already talking about fall, by the way. I feel like
Right.
we just launched the summer. And like our yummy summer fragrances are now like
Old. Not old.
Not old, but like-
news.
fall's coming up.
Plus, we've gone away from monthly launches,
Yeah.
which
That was a nice welcome.
it was a nice welcome to relax. Oh God, we don't have to launch something new every month, but launches did good. You know, people
Launches
buy
did
stuff
good,
on
but
launches.
it
It gets
was
exciting.
My own sanity.
But yeah,
We're
so,
doing quarterly launches.
so right now we're trying to aim for quarterly plus Black Friday. Because we're not going to launch something in January when actually you can because
Okay.
whatever. So in other words, it's not monthly. So right now,
September 1st has always been our launch day for fall lotion collection. That's when we switch over and release all of our brand new fall fragrances.
Yeah.
This year we have some pretty neat ones. They're not really new fragrances that you guys are going to not be new to you guys, but they are new to lotion. So we did decide to bring Berrylicious, which is our original Eric Jane fragrance, to lotion. So we now have a Berrylicious Simple Suds soap, and starting September 1st, we will also have Berrylicious lotion, which I'm super excited about. It's an amazing fragrance. It will likely graduate to an everyday fragrance. So we can do like some bottle packs because Berrylicious is also coming to our Artisan Bar collection, meaning that I worked with a swirly design. I've really kind of standardized the Artisan collection in general, where I've picked my favorite design and I've implemented it in a couple of our top selling fragrances. So all lilac, all Moulala, all Berrylicious and oatmeal milk and honey all have the same technique, the swirl technique that I use in those bars. I've also standardized the colors for those bars. So the color that I'm using currently in Simple Suds for Moulala has now been transferred over to Moulala Artisan Bar instead of it being, they now all look the same. Moulala will continue to be in lotion, so we'll have bundle packs for Berrylicious and Moulala that all match. Also coming to lotion, but has been out in soap for a while now, is Blood Orange.
that was a highly requested.
Highly
option.
requested lotion, fragrance to go in lotion. So that is also going to be part of the fall collection. And then our November fragrance is going to be a lavender vanilla, which I'm kind of excited about because lavender is one of our best-selling fragrances. But vanilla is also a fantastic fragrance. So paired together, it's going to be really nice and warm. And
So back to the feeder question.
oh, now we're off this. this.
Yeah.
There's more stuff coming out September 1st. Follow the website.
Stick around.
Don't go there now because none of it's on
None
the
of
website.
it. So that's my point, right?
But I'm going to
We
be working
are
on the website.
15 days away from a pretty substantial launch. One of the biggest ones we've done in a while.
Well, since June 1st.
Since
We haven't done a launch since June 1st.
Right.
This launch is going to have soaps, new lotions, bath salt testers.
Yeah.
And those bath salt testers will be available as a bundle only. We're not going to be doing individual bath salts.
Right.
It's just too much, too hard to inventory that. And you
Kind
know,
of like the simple suds where you can buy,
Exactly.
I can get a little bit of each one of
A
these
little bit of
bath
each one.
salts. for-
you're going to get about 1.5 ounces of each bath salt. That's enough for one bath. Some people like their baths scented lighter, so you can get upwards to three baths out of that, depending on how
Yeah.
big or small your bathtub is. Or if you're doing a hand or foot soap, which is amazing for hands and feet for your calluses and blisters, if you're like a walker, a runner, or you just spent too much time on your feet that day, they're
Yeah.
really good for that as well. And the nice thing about bath salts is that the fragrance actually stays on you. So it's almost like a body scenting bath. So wake up the next morning, you still smell like it. What?
I just figured I'd have to add that banner. No, it's okay.
Okay, you and your move
It's
stuffy.
important, you know. It's funny.
It is. I'm just letting
How
you
many?
all know.
Okay, how many of you have bought something from QVC? Raise your hand. We did. We bought our honeymoon video camera from QVC
That then broke on
that
our
then broke on our honeymoon, and we used the Easy Pay, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
we did.
only 4 payments of $89.95. Like, buy now. They're selling quick. Right. Then my mom was addicted to QVC. Oh my God. I used to come home so she was a 3 to 11 emergency room nurse. So like when she had a random Tuesday off, she played Tetris and watched QVC. And I'd come home from school, high school, and she'd be like playing Tetris, like old Nintendo.
By the way, I'm sorry, that song will be stuck in your head all night.
forever.
I swear,
And
I get
then-
it stuck in my head and it's done.
And then next thing you know, some water jugs with sparkles inside them show up. I'm like, what is
this
it?
cool.
Exercise equipment. I got it on QVC.
From Suzanne
Oh,
Summers.
My mom's watching. She's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
But that was, me. Yeah. So it was. But my point is, yes, there needs to be a new goat feeder in House of Pie, but also we've got
There's a lot
tons
coming
of
up.
work to do.
There's a
and-
lot that needs to happen.
Yeah.
There's a lot that's coming up. I'm not going to spoil any surprises, but this week will be life changing on the farm.
Yes. Yeah, working on a lot of big things. Yes.
And I know some people are like,
Oh.
I've told the moderators, and they're like, can we get a sneak?
No.
Nobody
Nobody.
knows what's about to go down.
Even if my family members are in chat,
They don't know.
they don't even know what's about.
The little kids did spill the beans to Graham, so Graham, shut your mouth.
Yes. Don't say anything.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah,
Yeah. So back to this question.
Yeah.
How is Jake? I noticed he was not at the skate park. Yep. So Jake just didn't want to go. So we did not.
so there was a couple questions about how is Jake doing, and we always talk to Jake and ask his permission about like, hey, what can we talk about? This is his village. He loves his village, and he definitely wants everybody to have the update. So if anybody's in chat and they're like, I'm not pregnant, okay?
No.
Did I not say
But we
somebody
knew
was gonna
somebody
say
said that. That's not.
no, Liz is not pregnant.
We
Okay?
should have just said you'll have to wait and see, and just left it at that. Well, they guess
Okay. Well, maybe I am. I don't know.
Who knows?
So yeah, we pass everything by Jake,
Oh,
and
my goodness.
what?
Nothing. I'm looking for an old picture, but I
Pass everything through Jake so that when we share with you guys, we're not oversharing and overstepping a boundary that he would not want us to overstep. So what I share with y'all is Jake proof. This message was approved by Jake. So he's doing fantastic. The biggest lesson that we've learned in the last, say, 3 months
Yep.
is the power of being on the right medication. Being on the right medication and the impact that that has on somebody who struggles with their mental health. It has been like, I have my kid back.
Oh, it's been a game changer.
It's been an absolute game changer. Family members have noticed, family friends have noticed, his own friends have noticed, we've obviously noticed. He smiles again. He's laughing, like belly laughing. It makes my eyes tear up because he's back and he's happy. So to that point though, there were 3 days in a row where he forgot to take his medication. Now that sounds terrible, but the new medication can only be taken at night because it makes him drowsy. And he's used to taking all of his medication in the morning. So this is a new schedule for him. It's a new schedule for us. He's 15, so we should just be like, Jake, you gotta take this pill every night and he should be okay. I'm doing it. But that's not the case.
But he's only 15.
But he's only
So there's
15.
like that.
And he's struggling with other things, with his ADHD that don't help his organization skills. So we are having to remind him, and we have lots and lots and lots of reminders on our Bob, so our Alexa, our phones, his phone, and I check in and I make sure he's got a whole new pill bottle, one for AM, one for PM, so that he visually, if he sees it, I've got Post-it notes on the refrigerator door and the medicine door that his medicine is in. So there's lots of reminders because for those 3 days, he went right down into his rabbit hole and he was not feeling great. He was visibly upset, but also confused. Like, I don't feel good, but I don't know why I don't feel good. It's all chemical imbalance because he was off his meds. So his therapist and his psychiatrist, he had meetings with both of them last week and they just honed it in, like, dude, you can't be doing that. Like, these meds are super important and you're now realizing how important they really are because this is you off your meds. This is how you're going to feel. Get back on your meds. Like, we don't know if they're working if you're not taking them. And so we know that for right now, his meds, it's a good meds for him.
I dropped the picture in there.
Yeah, so if you've been on our Simon Says Farms live page, you will have seen this one in a little write-up that I did. My kid is smiling. Like, I haven't seen him smile in a picture in years.
That's not smiling, but
That was the day he came home from the hospital and we treated him to milkshakes and a burger because hospital food is gross.
yes.
And I also helped myself to a milkshake too.
So then here comes the best picture ever. You guys aren't going to recognize
You're
this
not going to
child.
recognize him.
Who's that?
Where's his mom? Where's his mom?
Can I put two pictures up at the same time?
Now, he did say,
No.
that was his before,
Yeah, before,
and that was his, and that's his
and-
after.
after.
Now, he says he was,
Somebody in this village sent him that shirt too.
yes,
And is she in chat?
yes.
She is. Okay, that's cool. He actually likes that shirt.
He does like that shirt.
He does.
So, but that's, see, Kathleen.
Yeah, she
Hey,
jumped
I
in.
love that shirt.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was
so-
yesterday,
That was
right?
yesterday.
The
He
haircut?
finally got a
Oh my
haircut.
gosh, Stella.
She's just stretching. So he starts football on Monday.
Now we'll talk about a roller coaster here. We'll get a little more. You guys know that like COVID was crap, right? Virtual learning sucked, not just for Jake and Tyler, but pretty much all kids.
Yeah.
Most kids.
Oh.
I can't say all. Most. Well,
The small percentage of kids who it actually worked well for, there was huge majority that it did not work well
Right.
for.
so football's been the only thing Jake's been looking forward to for like the last 5 months.
So he went back to school in April, and I want to say by May.
You got this one
I
little
know.
gnat flying around in here.
By May, he came to me and said, "Mom, I want to play football."
So it's been 3 or 4 months. He's been pretty into it. Where there's been a significant improvement in his catching and his throwing with just the little practice we've been doing in the yard.
He wants to throw the ball with everybody.
So-
When Kevin comes over, he asks us to throw the ball. I've been throwing the ball with him. You've been throwing
Right.
the ball with him. The littles have been throwing the ball with him.
Yeah. So everything, he just keeps getting into it and whatever. And we talk to him about, you're going to have to focus on school because they won't let you play if your grades aren't good. He's like, yeah, I know. Teenagers, they know everything. I know. I want to throw the ball. I want to catch the ball. Right? So we sign him up. We fill out all the stuff. We pay the dues. We finally submit all the paperwork. He starts Monday, like in 2 days.
This starts training camp on
Training camp on Monday. It's 2 weeks long. If he makes it through training camp, he's on the team.
Automatically on the team. That's how the high school works here.
2 weeks of training camp, you make it
You
through
get
it.
through those 2 weeks of hell.
And don't quit on your own.
Yeah, and the
You're on the
coach
team.
doesn't make cuts. That's what we were told.
It's basically you have to quit on your own or you made the team.
Yeah, it's like the military. You have to ring the bell.
Yeah, ring the bell. You can't handle it, ring the bell, you're out. Right?
So there's a lot of paperwork that goes involved with that. There's we signed him up in June we
signed him up a while
late May, early June was when the signups were. So we signed him up, we registered him, got the physicals, did the concussion quiz, did all of this stuff.
And then we get an email.
And then we got an email on Tuesday
of this week.
By the way, your child is not eligible to play fall
Football.
sports.
Yep, he's academically ineligible. And we're like, oh no.
So based on his grades last year,
COVID.
now this is based on final grades. They take final grades are based off of quarters 1 through 4. They don't take just your quarter 4 and that's your final grade. It's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Average all 4 of those grades together, and you get your final grade for the whole class.
So to make a long story short, 3 out of those 4 quarters, Jake was in all virtual learning, the hospital, outpatient programs, all that, mostly D's and F's. Like, not a good summer, right?
Awful.
It was
and I'm saying
awful.
the level of F's that he got were like a 21%.
Yeah, like it was not
It
good.
wasn't close.
But then the 1 quarter he was in school, that last first quarter,
quarter 4.
it was 4 A's, 2 B's, and like a C.
He was on honors. He's an honors student.
So he wrote a letter to the dean of the football program.
So you were allowed to appeal their decision.
So
the appeal process.
So Jake had to go to court.
The appeal process, you're allowed 2 appeals for the lifetime that you're in high school, only 1 appeal per year.
Right.
I was like, Jake, you got a case here because, and we're not using mental health as an excuse, but these are factual. This is factual information. Quarters 1, 2, and 3, they were god awful. Like the worst you could have been doing. And they're looking at the whole year, and so you got to really focus on quarter 4 and be like, quarter 4 was when you were in the building in person. You were still fighting with your mental health, but use that as a tool here. Not a tool, but an example of, despite my mental health not being great, and he was still doing his inpatient hospital program, which was taking him out of school every day early. He had 29 absences in the 4th quarter alone because he was doing that program, which they should have all been excused absences, but I don't know that they really were. Yeah. But just say, like, you're in school. Once you're in school, these are going to be your grades. And so anyway, we wrote something up. He explained his situation, and we got the good news on Friday that he is on academic probation, but he is allowed to participate in sports, even games. Now they're going to check in on him every 2 weeks and make sure his grades are staying where they need to be. And if at any time they feel like his grades are slipping, he'll be taken right back out. But he's totally capable of doing this. So that goes to prove, like, this whole virtual learning stuff was not good on so many different levels, but at the same time, it kept everybody here from getting COVID. So it did what it needed to do.
Yeah.
And whether you like the vaccine or not, we're vaccinated, Jake is vaccinated, and, I'm hopeful that we can remain healthy this coming school year.
Yes. So we'll see what happens.
Super excited though for football.
Okay. I'm lost. What haircut? I'm missing. Okay,
so put the picture up again.
Go back.
For who is it, Maureen?
Yeah, I just read through. No, the pillars aren't done. Yes, we saw the idea of a Stella Stuffy. How about this? If we sell out of Moose Stuffies, I'll make a Stella one.
Right.
It's already an idea. It's already out there.
It was already
the
an
Stella
idea.
Stuffy idea is already with the team that we work with. It all comes down to how many moves do we sell. You know, and because it takes a year, it'd be Christmas of next year. Just saying. If it was to happen, it would be a long time. So it's an idea. It's already out there. But and she actually said dogs are harder than your goat. So that was her reply. The lady we work with.
I don't know why, because I mean it's a French bulldog.
Yeah.
They should know how to make French bulldog stuffies.
And well, that's because she said people are very particular when it comes to their dog, and everybody wants it to look so. This I was like, yeah, we were that way with our goat too. So like, we should be fine. Oh,
Just a very quick reminder: we cannot use all caps, regardless. Just
there we
saying.
go. There's the new picture.
Yeah. So that's
The
Jake's
haircut
new
picture.
haircut.
Oh, this is where we can hide behind like the photo.
They can't see us. Hey, stop that.
Hello. Yeah.
Stay on your side of the line.
My side of the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the new picture, and here was the picture before. The mop. The mop.
Oh yeah, the mop.
Oh my gosh, that was like 1970s Jake. You
And
know?
this is
And
2021,
then it's
Jake.
2021 Jake. Yeah, that was the difference. Yeah. We want a Simon giraffe. Ah, that's funny. Yeah.
You know the barn is tall enough for that.
Oh,
Just
it's
can't get outside. We would need a taller door.
Yeah, or a very smart giraffe.
Yes, one that
This
gets little
one
like this.
fly or bug or whatever. Yeah.
I didn't get it.
So needless to say, I can see it now, and I'm just gonna. I don't know if that word is digress a little, but
Uh-huh.
I could totally see our channel morphing over the next like 2-3 years, just like other farm homestead channels have. The Arms Family Homestead, I don't think he's ever watched a single thing we put up here. Very rarely replies to my messages, but they're a pretty cool channel. You know, they did homesteading. They actually raise goats, different kind than we do, but they live on their farm, their homestead. They have kids. You know, actually, the same. No, 3, not 4. I don't know, but my point is, their channel morphed from homesteading, farming, planting, all that stuff, to lots of fishing because that's what their kids are into,
Okay.
to then football because that's what their oldest son was doing. A couple football games showed up on their channel, you know, and then now they own and sell T-shirts because he quit being a police officer, and now they're full-time YouTube with their clothing line, and they do, you know, YouTube as a business pretty much. I could see our channel morphing a little. I mean, it'll always be goats. Don't get me wrong. There'll be that live cam goats. There'll be animals involved of some
So I think that goes back to like the whole motto the one villager said in the very beginning.
Correct.
Came for the goats, stayed for the family.
100%.
We're always going to be goats. Goats are our roots. We're always going to be a farm. It's always going to be a document. We're always going to document like just what's going on in our life. But I think as our kids go and do things, now that we're not doing COVID, they're getting older. Jake wants to participate in something, and I want to encourage this. As we morph into maybe bringing different animals onto the farm and become, I think I got it 'cause it landed on my face.
No, I'm just kidding. No alpacas.
No. But you never know. I mean, like, I've got chicken eggs that I'm collecting for hatching. I don't know if anything.
We did pigs this year for the first time.
Right? We might go and do a cow next year. Like, these are just things that we're doing over the years, and I think it's constantly evolving. We're always going to be goats. Like,
So-
that's number one.
So it goes back to
We're not becoming a zoo.
no, we're not becoming a zoo. That's not happening. But it goes back to sometimes when I make an edit.
No llamas. They're mean.
Oh, what about llamas? Somebody just said that.
No.
Actually, the guys from Arms Family
They
have
spit.
llamas. I think.
And they
llamas
punch
were-
people. You can't-
The guy that I learned a lot from in the social media entrepreneurial business world, Gary Vee, like multi-millionaire, runs tons of multiple different companies, has a YouTube channel. He's a millionaire, and he goes garage sailing on the weekends because he likes it and it's
Yeah.
fun, and he vlogs it as part of his channel. People give him crap, like, you are wasting your time. Like, you're worth millions of dollars.
That's not a waste
And
of time
he's
to him.
like, no, that's not a waste of time to me. That is what I want to do. And I happen to bring my friends along with me, and they videotape it, and it provides value to other people because I'm showing them if you only have $30 in your pocket,
turn
you
it
can go
into
to
90.
a yard sale and buy something that you can then sell on eBay for $300 if you just spent some time doing some education.
Well, that's like
And-
you saying, oh, you should automate your watering system in the greenhouse and for the plants. And it's like, no, because that's what I enjoy to do.
Correct.
That's what I enjoy doing. Like, you take that away from me, and this
Right.
is what I enjoy to do. I understand you don't enjoy doing it, but for me, it's the satisfaction of giving the plants the water and watching them flourish.
Right.
Yeah. So for me, it's
Well,
enriching to see that.
But it also
process.
goes like to the side of like, I get it. We got our core village here, right? What, 300 people, 260? It's usually about the 300 people show up to Q&As. That's the core, right? And then you got 2,500. I don't even think we're at on our Simon Says Farms channel, and then 20,000 on the other, right? But like, I make a video about skateboarding at a skate park, and there is a part of me that's like, does this video belong on this channel?
Yes.
And of course it does, right? To your point,
Because we're a family,
You're right.
and it's part of our.
100%. It goes back to the document, don't create. Document what's going on, post it out there, have fun
They're
with
guessing all the animals now, just in
it.
case.
They're going through all of them.
Yeah, just in case somebody
A
thinks they're
rhino.
gonna get it right.
A rhino. That's
Yeah,
cool.
a zebra,
A
alpaca,
A
mini
don-
donkey, a
Oh,
horse,
speaking of donkeys.
ostrich, elephant,
So speaking of donkeys,
rhino.
the
That's dangerous.
Brenda Road donkey, right? I noticed the Chaos Twins
Yes.
are actually starting to chew the wood in our barn,
Oh, good.
which means I might have to do some of that aluminum edging corner thing that
Yeah.
Stephen and Kelly did.
Oh, a
and
hippo.
I
Do you know
not-
hippos kill more people than any other animal on the planet?
Yeah, hippos do kill a
We're
lot.
getting a
of people.
hippo.
Camels. All right, you guys are just
We already have a
guessing away.
hippo. Just kidding. We already have a camel too.
Tyler and Jake should be video game flippers.
There was a
Dollars.
horse farm for
That's-
sale near you. How does she know this?
There is.
How does she know there's
Horse
a
farm?
horse farm for sale near you?
Oh, you want to talk about one crazy idea I came up with?
Oh, here we go.
There we go. We'll talk about one more crazy idea
Which one?
that I came up with, and I
Okay.
don't think I have the photo for it. But if I knew how to share my screen better, I would. So we took a ride
Oh no.
to look at a property.
Oh boy.
Yes, we did.
We did.
So this crazy idea came up 3-4 years ago
This
with
is
Jake.
this is a crazy one, but
It's
bear with us.
Bear with us.
I think
'cause
it's
this-
gonna be something
this
someday.
Something someday. This
I'm on board for.
This is one of those dreams are free, right? And I mentioned it way back. Somebody else actually mentioned it
We've been talking about it for quite some
so
time.
quite some time. So you guys know, most of you know, especially the core 270 something people here right now. The mental health side, Jake, the side where I can't barely read and I got picked on my whole life, and I had teachers tell me, if you can't spell the word college, don't even go. Like all that, like beat down, like stuff. But you just in the end figure out what you're good at and go with it. Like, I don't need to know how to read to edit videos. Like, just do it, right?
But sometimes why, there's typos in
Oh yeah.
the titles of our videos or on thumbnails. It's, because
I just
human.
it
And
worked.
I don't
And she
proofread
doesn't
everything.
proofread it. Or the speed at which I need to put these videos out, I'm putting out like 4 videos a week. It's every day. I'm working on videos every single day. I don't have time to say, Liz, and you
We got to get back to the original.
So the original topic, right? Jake, mental health. We talked about it that first time. I said it in a video somewhere that if we could afford it, or someday our life changes, and we could focus on some type of charity, or what can we do? It would be a mental health style charity. Well, we've given a lot of thought to it over the last 30 days, to the point where we actually traveled.
It's actually been
Oh, it's
probably
been long.
over the last 2 to 3 years that we've given it a lot of thought. I would say it's been kind of going down a funnel of focusing
Correct. Yeah.
focusing all of these ideas and going down into, okay, this is what we're going to
To
do.
the point where we sat with Jake and said, Jake, if you were to build a mental hospital for kids, what would it look like?
Not a mental hospital.
Right,
It
correct.
would be like a rehab center.
Like a rehab center.
But not rehab from like, it's just a mental health facility.
Facility, right. Because he's like, oh, it'd have to be kind of like this one. but-
Valencia, a therapy farm.
That's exactly,
Exactly what it
we're
is.
thinking of. So we literally went and looked at a property the other day that we could not afford. Like,
Oh, I'm sorry, but first of all, they should have been asking a quarter of the price, and then we could have afforded
so
it.
we'll share the link on Simon Says Farms Facebook,
Live.
the live group.
Page, yeah.
I'll share the link. It popped up on Realtor. I searched through that stuff all the time. It was $1.6 million, but it was 76 acres and 75 room old.
It was like an old
It was an
hotel.
old hotel spa, and the key is it's only 18 minutes from here. So if it was to, it's garbage. It's not going to work.
It's
We
not
drove
happening.
the property and we were like, oh my god, this thing's not even worth 600,000. Never mind 1.6.
It's all boarded up now.
It's all-
The pictures that they put in the listing is not actually what it even
Right.
looks like anymore.
No, not at all. It's trash. It's all
Yeah.
mess. I don't think it's ever going to sell, but somebody will take it for the 76
For
acres.
the land, but not
But-
for 1.6 or 1.7 million dollars.
But that's exactly what we were thinking of. A place where kids can go.
Rosemary said we can just use Brenda's credit card. Brenda's credit
that's
card
true.
has plenty of room on it.
Oh yeah, that's
Just
true. I've
use
heard
that.
of that.
Yeah. She lets other people use it. It's
Oh, good. Good.
Christmas shopping.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Remind me in a few weeks.
Yep, I will.
But yeah, that's what we were thinking of, like a therapy center where it
Yeah.
takes that mental health. I need help getting through this challenge, but it teams it up with animals of all kinds.
So this was my idea.
Oh, this was
Okay.
mine. Wait, I'll let
Hold
you
on.
share.
Okay,
yours
so this
first.
was my idea. Animal lovers, they generally love every kind of animal, but they have, yeah, you know what?
Yeah, you know what?
Anyway,
They should
Anyway,
have done that.
They
Fourth-
should have used
fourth
fourth quarter
quarter.
grades only
They
for fall
didn't.
eligibility.
They used
didn't.
total.
They used all of them.
So we use fourth quarter grades in our appeal. We like, look, don't look at the report card. Look at the fourth quarter. I should play. Blah blah blah.
Well,
And
they accepted it.
they
Anyway.
accepted it. It was
Okay, so
great.
this is my animal lovers love all kind of animals, right? Even some of the kids that struggle with their mental health, they usually have some kind of pull towards an animal. So I wanted it to be like this animal sanctuary almost, where we do rescue other types of animals because there's a connection there to be made between these kids who are going through a really hard time and having a story behind an animal that has been rescued and had come from a tough situation, but now is flourishing, now is like thriving in its environment, and it all has to do with love and finding acceptance. And that animal could teach that child way more than any human could ever teach it.
Right.
But to have like Angie's cat room
Yep, we have
over
a cat.
here because she rescues cats. We could have a dog rescue in this part of the hotel or whatever. It's not really a hotel.
And then a horse
but
section.
then a horse section and
and
a goat section.
And then the kids that needed therapy would meet up with their counselors and they would sign up for what part of the animal, like,
Like you
hey,
could have your
Jake-
therapy in the cat room.
right, like, hey, Jake, our session next week on Thursday, where do you want to have it? And the
Group
kids,
therapy with the goats.
Exactly.
Like, oh my god.
so it was like, oh my gosh, we stayed up till like 2 a.m. one night, like, oh, we gotta go see
we
it.
have to go just see it.
We gotta just go see it.
It
Let's
wasn't
just-
the right property, but
Yeah.
it's the idea is all still there.
But the huge 76 acres, only 20 minutes from here, and the fact that it had 70 something rooms, like it was like, oh my god, it's
It might have the bones for
But
it,
it-
but
but,
it
oh my
was
God.
not. It was so run down.
yeah, it was so bad.
So
But-
run down. It was literally a tear down.
So it's one of those ideas. We even gone as far as talk to our accountant of, can somebody own a business that's a for-profit business and also own and run a charity at the
that's
same
cool.
time?
Yeah.
And they're like, yes, it can be done, but there's a lot of things you have to put in place to make it not look shady. So we're like, of course, we don't want it to look that way. You have to have a board. So
We need a board of directors.
if you
and
guys are
all of-
sticking around, it's never going to get boring around
Yeah.
here. I'll tell you.
Somebody
that.
had asked, like, where do you see the farm in 5 years? Like,
Oh yeah,
that's sort of part of it.
yeah.
I just,
Or 10 years. That's
10
definitely
years.
part of it.
it would be an expansion of goat snuggles.
It'd be
It
Goat
would go
Snuggles
Snuggles
on
on
a
steroids.
medical therapy level.
There
like,
would be licensed
Yeah,
therapists
exactly.
and it would be legit. It wouldn't just be like, hey, these people who don't know what they're doing are gonna
No.
do, you know.
It would be
No,
legit.
it would be.
It would be one of those businesses where I told you, like, okay, we're the like founders / whatever.
But we have to
But
hire
based
the
on-
people who know what
based on
they're
the
doing.
Funding and all the, you find some millionaire that's like, hey, that idea is awesome. I'll give you $1 million a year for the next 5 years, make it happen. Make it a 503c so I can write off my $1 million a year. You guys have the vision, go. And then we would hire a CEO
The right
to
people.
run it. And like, this is our vision, make it. That's like how we'd be there, we'd be connected,
We would totally be part
totally
of
be
it.
a part of it, but we have to be so disconnected because the finances can't touch. Like,
It's not just the finances, it's also our expertise is like with the animals. Like we could totally do something like summer camp version, but
right,
not really on a therapeutic level.
right. No,
We
can
would
do
need like the right people
Yeah.
on the therapy side of things
Yeah.
to get the kids the actual help, even on like the med side.
it. Right,
So we
the
would
med
need,
side,
like,
the
an
insurance
in-house.
side, all that stuff.
We would need like an in-house psychiatrist to
Yeah.
do the medical stuff, the med side of
Yeah.
therapy, and then you get onto the emotional side of therapy and the power of animal healing.
Right. Yeah.
We've seen it firsthand ourselves.
I thought about bringing veterans in to help people with other, like, that have been through PTSD and all that stuff. They want to come in and teach a class of some kind or whatever. I've been thinking about it all. Sports medicine, I mean, it all came up in the Olympics.
Well, sports
Mental health,
psychology.
sports psychology could
Sports
be a part of it.
So this is where that goes back to the funnel. That
Yeah.
we're getting bigger,
Yeah.
but my focus is right down into this adolescent mental health, self-harm, all of that. Like everything that like we're going through as parents
Right.
for Jake and our experience dealing with that and how broken the mental health system is,
Yeah.
not just for the kids, but for adults too.
Right. Of
If
course.
we can help in a way for mental health, right, where we stop this gap, where if we can get the kids the help while they're teenagers, then maybe mental health won't be so much of an uncontrolled thing in the like when those kids are now adults, and now you've stopped the cycle.
Yeah.
And we're all now talking about it. It's more of this. My hope someday for mental health is that it's not such a taboo subject,
Right.
where we have, as a society, an awareness of the issue and an openness to discuss it, so that nobody has to suffer behind closed doors
Right.
with their mental health. And now they don't feel so alone, and they don't feel so isolated and so weird, and so and it's normalized so that we can just talk about this. Thanks. I just
So-
hit my
so-
step goal now.
So if anybody knows Oprah, have her call us. Because I didn't know that. I didn't know
that either.
Oprah was very big. I know Ellen is huge on the animal side.
Yeah.
Ellen is huge on the animal side.
Animal rescue. and all
Animal.
that.
Yep. Animal. Ellen is doing one more season.
One more season. She's still on.
She's still. I
used to
know
watch
she's
Ellen
huge
every
on the
day.
animal side. So if you all 242 of you
That's not
write
even
to
gonna
Ellen
make a dent.
and tell them you need to call these. No, I'm just kidding. It's not gonna make it that. And then Shark Tank. I don't think they do anything charity.
This
I don't
isn't a
think
business. It
that-
wouldn't be a business. It's
It wouldn't be
literally a
for-profit.
charity.
Yeah.
We have
Which is unlike a lot of the other ones we've seen. I don't know if we said it once. We tried to get Jake into a full-on 90-day camp where he went and lived there for
it
90
wasn't
days
camp.
at
It
detox.
wasn't camp.
Not camp. I
It was,
know. I
it
didn't
was
get there
legit
yet.
a rehab
It was
center.
rehab, but my point is, it was in the middle of the woods. It was out in this place. 90 days, we don't go see him. He lives there. All doctors, everything. They didn't take insurance, all that stuff. It was like a $120,000 program. That was not a charity. That was a
No.
for-profit business.
Absolutely.
So we want to buck that system and be like, it shouldn't only be for people with money.
No.
So that's where we were like, it can't be like this.
And that's where the system is broken.
Right.
Do you realize we've been on both sides of this now, okay? We've had expensive insurance and we've had state insurance.
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe the difference. Well, maybe you would. What kids are not privileged to because they are on state insurance. They are literally turned away. Sorry, you have state insurance. You must go here.
Yeah.
I mean, it is so divided.
Right.
Where if you're privileged enough to have private insurance, you can have all the fancy treatments.
Right.
If you're not privileged enough to have private insurance,
You get just
you
enough.
you get just enough just to stay alive.
Right. Yeah. The system's broken.
The system is
especially on the.
so broken.
So, needless to say, that's one of the other ideas going on in our head. Yeah. But some ideas I'm not even allowed to talk about. But
True story.
Yeah.
No, it's not that you're not allowed to talk about them. It's that you need time to process them before presenting them to me. Because how can I find the biggest loophole in your idea? And you haven't, like, how did you not think of that? How did you
Right.
not think that that wasn't going to be a good
somebody
idea?
asked earlier if
No.
Harper's little Bobo, right? What's it?
Pika.
Pika.
We don't need Bobo. Bobo is one
No.
of a kind.
Don't send Bobo.
Poe can stay
Remember
where
that whole
she is.
every goat can come back if
Except
they have
for Bobo,
to?
there's
for
an
Bobo.
exception.
No, Pika did not show up yet. Supposedly Pika's.
Oh God, I hope Pika hasn't actually shown up and we lost her again.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Not that I know.
Okay. So
all
that's kind of
The
where
villagers
we
are talking about how they don't watch TV anymore and they watch goats now.
Duh.
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
Yeah, that's what they said. They said I don't watch much TV. I watch goats. So I don't know if they heard anything we said in the last 20, 25 minutes.
Sometimes they just
Sometimes
have a conversation amongst themselves.
That happens. But you know what?
It's fine. I'm glad I got it off my
It's
chest.
fun to look through realtor.com and try to find places with more than 50 acres so you can build your animal sanctuary / mental health, whatever you want to call it, and then take a ride to. And our kids are like, where are we going? And we're like, don't worry about it. And we pull in, and Tyler's like,
It looks
you
like
have
something-
$1.6 million. You're going to buy that? I'm like, Tyler, no, I don't. And no, we're not buying this place. And he's like, this place is huge.
It looks haunted.
It totally looked fun. We're going to
It
drop a
looks-
link in the,
yeah.
we'll drop a link. You guys can
It
look
was
at it.
scary.
You could see at one time it was probably pretty good. Not anymore. Yeah. With that said, I think it's time to go let the girls in, even though they don't have to get milk, which is nice.
It's
and
nice
go to
just
bed.
kind of walk in and
Because it's still
see.
hot.
This is why Rita is my favorite villager.
Oh, Rita!
She says Liz always makes so much sense. She's so smart.
Where is it? Where is it? It's got to be this.
See, that's why Rita's my favorite.
one.
But I tell my children this all the time. I will in the middle of the car. They'll say something that like I really, really like the sound of, and I'll be like, "See, that's why Libby's my favorite."
And Tyler
And
goes,
Tyler's like,
you told me
just
I was
told
her
me I
favorite
was
like
your-
2 hours ago. And she's like, yeah, I tell you, you're all my
one day they're gonna have
They
Thanksgiving
figured it
without
out.
me. Like, when I'm long gone, and they're gonna be like, "Remember when Mom used to tell me that I was her favorite?"
Yeah.
And everybody's gonna be like, "She told me that too," and it's gonna be like, "Oh, now I don't feel so special."
This is true. Dreams are important. Nobody's built a business without dreaming of it first. And not just a business, an idea. The ideas have to come from somewhere. Like the squatty potty. I mean,
Somebody had that idea on the
Somebody-
toilet.
somebody totally had that idea on the toilet. Like, this hurts. This is so much better. Which, I don't use.
You know
but
what?
that
I
blew
could've-
up. And
I could have dealt with.
the
without the visual.
The non-visual. I hope they don't rewind and that was like a really good. No, never mind. Okay.
No, thank you.
Yeah, she's married to me and she says no thank you. That's good. Yes, I will be mucking out the barn soon.
Uh,
You said it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You repeated it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. All right, where are we at? They're all laughing at me now.
Where are we at? They're all leaving.
Colored salt. Okay, that's a good one. All right.
I don't know what that.
I think the worst invention ever or idea was the inflatable dartboard.
Okay, you know that those things have like sticky tape on the ends,
They
right?
don't exist.
Velcro. No, they have blow up dartboards. They have Velcro on them.
Oh yeah, like fake darts.
Yeah, it's not
No, I
like
meant like a
sharp
real
darts.
dartboard inflatable. Doesn't.
It doesn't cost anything to dream, except here we are at Simons's Farms where it costs a fortune. Like,
Yes.
this
yes.
was my dream. It's costing a fortune.
Right. This
No.
fancy tools that Aaron brings out, they cost money, but
Everything costs something. But no, dreams, unless you want to act on the dreams, and then Otherwise, yes, dreams are free. And I think they're important.
oh, Typo Queen might be a bit late. We're getting to chores
Uh-oh. What
because I
happened?
think she's getting a slushie or sushi. I read that real quick.
She's getting a slushie.
Slushy. That actually sounds good right now.
I'm actually pretty parched.
I'm pretty parched
I could
myself.
go for some water.
All right, that is the end of this. We don't know
Did
what
we
to talk
not
about.
hit any subject? Like, did
No.
we forget anything?
No, somebody asked if the pillars were done. No, they're
Oh,
not.
you answered that one.
Yeah, and,
Thanks. That must have been 4 corners.
yeah, it probably was. And other than that, I think we hit every. Let me see if I have any photos that I uploaded
That
to
you
bring
didn't share?
into the conversation
Let's
that I
see.
didn't share. Let's see. We talked about all the labels. We
Uh-huh.
talked about Jake's haircut. We talked about the little kid that wants to buy Moo.
Yep.
We talked about Jake's haircut before the haircut
Right.
and the Jake milkshake.
Right.
And I accidentally uploaded a baby Moo photo.
Oh, it's Baby Moo
Yep,
and Baby Jen and Baby Gio.
that's it.
So Baby Jen is on the left. Baby Giovanni is on the right. With Moo in the middle. Grayson.
With
It would be
with-
Griffin.
with this is funny. You can see in the background, right about. Let's see if I can figure this out. Right
Up
about
there.
there. You
That's
can
Cassie's
see.
castle without a porch. It's all
Right.
under construction.
Yep, Cassie's castle without a porch, under construction. The fencing's all rolled up around that red,
Uh-huh.
and the 3 calf hutches are all stacked
Stacked
on
on
each
top
other.
of each other.
Yep. See?
Yeah.
Baby Moo Moo.
Baby Moo
Yep.
Moo.
And I just noticed our camera is picking up this TV here. I don't know.
It is. Oh no.
It's
you're-
been
it's
doing
going
that.
wrong
Whatever.
way.
We're not fixing it now because it's time to go to
It's
bed.
time to go. Well,
It's time to go.
we have to go with
Yeah.
goats in.
We gotta go. This is true.
All right. Let's see what's happening this week. Nothing.
This
okay.
week, nothing. It's
There's
bio week.
one really huge
Um,
announcement.
Later in the week. it
later
might
in the
come up.
week.
We might run a
Alive.
maybe. We don't know yet. We'll do something later.
We'll have to figure out how we're gonna announce
Stay on your
this.
toes. Yeah.
All I know is that we have some people on vacation
We do.
and like villagers that are on
Oh.
vacation,
Yep.
and they were like, "Wait, there's a surprise. I'm bringing my laptop to peek in every once in a while to see what the surprise
Oh, so
is."
we said surprise just now, and now they're leaving.
And I didn't want to tell anybody who was on vacation because it's private
Yeah,
information.
no. I get it.
All I know is that
They're traveling with their
they're
laptop.
traveling, and they were like, "You know what? On second thought, I'm going to bring my laptop and I'm going to peek in to see
Yeah.
what this surprise is because now I'm intrigued."
Yes. Okay. Sounds good. That's it.
Table queens, just say we're getting a giraffe. We're
No,
not.
no giraffes.
This is a surprise. Cannot ruin it.
No giraffes. Yep. Okay, time to go.
But I mean, if you want to think it's a giraffe, you can think it's a
Yeah,
giraffe.
cool. Sounds good. I'm gonna click.
All right. Well, we'll see you in Cassie's castle.
Yep.
Head over that way.
Bye bye.
Bye. Sally, you slept